What's up, everybody? Chat, how you doing? It's good to be back. It's good to see you. Hope everybody got some rest over the weekend. What's up, Oscar? What's up, Deer Slayer? What's up, everybody? Teddy bear to 10 billion. Yeah, you might get that. Chris said, oh, Thunderbirds, that's right. Tam, how you doing? He talked about this narrative. You talking about pDAI, Adrian? I wish I could have nap times. Yeah. How's the mic level? Is it fine? Okay. Good. What's up, Crypto Mance? All right. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. All right. As people already brought up pDAI. I guess we got to go there. Hey, Pedro's coming over in a bit. He's going to come by. We got to knock on the door here. Knock. There he is. Come on, buddy. What state you originally from? Well, Florida and California. Well, and I lived in Washington too. Seattle. But, oh, here he is. What's up, G? You gonna grace us? All right. Let's bring you in.
Boom.
You guys all know Pedro.
Hey, man.
What's up, my man?
How's everything?
It's great, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
And I just got a lot of rest as much as I could. It's been, it's just been nonstop, hasn't it? And the pDAI narrative,
Non-stop, man.
It just intensified everything. Everything just got super intense after the video with Decentralized Me coming out. It's just been going nonstop drama, man.
I like it. It's good. It's good to keep the narrative afloat, you know. So
here's some drama. We're just gonna start with the pDAI drama. I haven't shown you this, Pedro. So this came out today. This was pDAI to $1. So this was from obviously Maria Rahel. This doesn't look like the IRC, so I'm not sure where this chat happened. So he says everyone should have at least 3 million in pSTABLEs ready. Wonder BFF price discovery after. And Maria Rahel says, with 3 million out of range of most noobs, I don't think RH has any reason to keep from going straight to 1-to-1. Woot woot. So Pedro, this is a bit of a challenge to something you were talking about before. Who has 3 million pDAI?
who doesn't?
Who's above the range of a noob right now? So they're calling it noob. So, but it's interesting how Maria phrased it here. They're saying with 3 million out of range of most noobs, I don't think RH has any reason to keep from going 1-to-1. Here, I'll bring the music down a little bit. What?
I think it's too popular.
What's that mean? What are they saying? What's the strategy there?
I think, well, it's just my interpretation, right? Because it's now expensive to get 3 million pDAI.
Now, what's 3 million right now? Here, I'll calculate.
It's like 100K or something. It should be around that, I think.
Around how much?
Like 100K, around that, I think.
Yeah, just maybe 80K or something. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's pretty pricey.
Yeah, it's quite expensive, right? It's like around Bitcoin.
Right.
I think that's his reasoning. Yeah, and like in a sense, he's
75K.
right. Like I think he means that in the sense that
78K.
Imagine like the I don't know if it's this, but I would guess it's something like the more money you have, like the smarter you are, right? Because that's just how things go naturally, right? Because you were able to make more money, so you're not gonna like just dump it, right? Like a pleb, like a noob. So I think it's in that sense, right? But I could be wrong. I don't know. He's a very mystic individual, right? I cannot I cannot read him well. So, but I like him. I like him a lot, by the way.
I do too. I
just
really
think
do.
the way that he speaks, it's hard to for me to interpret, right?
100%. 100%. It's funny because so like when I used to spend a lot of hours in the IRC chat logs, like over a year ago at this point now. This was like coming out of the tail of last summer when I first discovered ATROPA and pDAI. And I really got a fondness for Maria 414 from spending hours, countless hours in that chat, just listening, learning, absorbing, trying to understand, what this person is pointing at, what this person values. And I really think it's a really interesting person, a very positive plus to the ecosystem. I know they've taken a lot of crap, but I think it's totally unwarranted. I've had a lot of great vibes, felt a lot of great vibes from the 414. Yeah. Heinrich says, ATROPA Dev is the only truly benevolent actor besides RH.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that feeling, exactly the same feeling. It doesn't come out like as a scammer in any way, right? I mean, it's
100%.
like the only thing that people pointed out was like he was, talking to like maybe too much about his credentials. But I'm like, bro, if you worked for NASA, if you did all that shit, you'd probably talk about that too.
That's totally fair, man. That's an accomplishment. So I was like, man. Yeah,
it's an accomplishment. So I didn't take it as bragging. I saw all the videos like in detail. I saw them like I don't know how many times just to try to understand. And I really like this. Like it was complex, but it was super simple. Like for him, everything is like liquidity related, right? So I like that mindset. For me, it's I think I like I think he's 100% correct in that sense.
You're both devs, yeah. You understand him.
No, he's a much better dev than I am, bro. It's like it's a different.
Well, he's the dev of devs, right? He's the dev of devs.
Yeah.
Steady pup, what's up, man?
I'm a noob dev, right? Compared to
long time no see. We'll go look at the pup.
I'm 21. I'm from Portugal, by the way. Yeah.
You're
Balkan.
Hello?
Yeah,
he's Balkans. You thought you were Balkans?
Yeah. It looks like it's fine. It's a compliment.
Yeah. That's fine. It's funny now looking back at everything I was picking up a year ago, ATROPA and BFF and I don't know, and at TSFI and obviously pDAI and I was going very heavy in a big way. And now looking back, there's nothing they did there's nothing I got involved with through the 414 that steered me wrong. Like everything now is kind of come full circle, and I really appreciate. Yep. Yeah. So I trust.
I think so too.
I'm glad I trusted that intuition, and I'm really grateful for how actually Maria Rahel shared their personality with us through the IRC. I know some people were offended here and there, but I think some people need to have thicker skin. I think they shared their personality, and I really appreciated that because I actually trusted this person more, and I felt a really genuine liking to this person. I never at 1 second felt they were trying to offend anybody, or I think they have a way of being and doing things to shake off the right people. They're a person with great understanding of walls and borders and understanding how to keep certain people away and at bay and allowing the right people in. And I felt that. I was like, oh, the people that should be here are going to go past this barrier, this really amazing, intelligent, high IQ barrier that they put up, and they're going to understand the message and what they're doing. And it's been great so far.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I should have dove deeper into his ATROPA ecosystem, like this Nomi, all that stuff. But I did I played with it a little bit. I should have played more, and I will play more for sure. But it is.
I wish I had played more too. Looking back, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even now, you have like so many opportunities. Like he built a really interesting ecosystem, I think. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm super excited for like
super
what he
excited.
builds. I think so.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just now the pieces are moving toward each other, but nothing's clicked yet. We're
And
literally
look,
right on
I
the
think I think
precipice.
I think some of the backlash might be related to the fact that a lot of influencers that some of like let's say, like, for example, B Roots, right? He's an awesome guy, but like half of the
Mhm.
community kind of hates him. Not hates him, but like he
No, they
doesn't
do.
understand, like, yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't understand his language.
they
That's my
don't
point, right?
understand the language. Yeah, I
Yeah,
never,
and look, the guy,
I never
and the
understood
guy
that.
blocked me, and I'm here promoting him because he has a great
He
message,
he
right? And I
blocked
think
you.
he's
Why'd he block you?
yeah, like, I think it was like Twitter discussion, something like that.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's really, it doesn't
I
really
don't.
matter, right?
He rarely blocks anybody. He's a very competitive person.
Yeah, but that's fine,
Which
man. I
yeah.
respect that. Well, I don't
Okay.
give a shit. I'm not even complaining. I'm literally, like, saying you should follow him because he gives, like, great alpha. And like, when he was like discussing all the Atropa thing, I think like some people might, like, might have, like, associated, like, oh, if Birutz likes this shit, is not good. Like, it's retarded. It makes no sense.
It's
But
retarded.
you know how people, right?
I
Yeah,
like B roots.
people, you know how people are. It's like,
Yeah.
sometimes they just don't get along with the personality, and they can't like, look past that. It's like Richard Hart, bro. It's
Su-
like the same thing.
Super Merc is back. He's the troll of. He comes to the after hours. We don't want B roots on our team. He's going to jail soon.
Okay, I mean, I want him in my team. I don't mind. I like the guy.
Yeah, he's
I
smart.
like the
He's
guy, so.
smart, man. He understands.
Oh, and
where the
you
ball's
have a guy
going.
over there, Giga on your screen. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
Giga too,
So,
by the way. I
Yeah,
like
gig is interesting. So he posted, I admit I was wrong.
Yeah.
Looks like Richard Hart accepted the proposal. pDAI will peg so fast, you better not blink. But I think Giga
I love the guy.
was not so on board before. And so it's cool. He's come on board. He's an interesting guy.
But I'm not sure if he was, like, if he's not, like, being, ironic, by the way.
He might be. He's very clever and sarcastic, so you never know.
Because he submitted the proposal. If he was the first one submitting a proposal to the Premaker Vault after descent, like after they created it, right? He created that. I sent you the proposal, the Hodlonomics one.
Oh yeah, you sent me that. Yeah.
I mean, look, I understand some people don't like that type of humor, that they don't. I mean, I understand, but it's funny. At least for me, right? I don't care if he's against, like, pDAI. That's not my point. I like the guy. I think he can bring a lot of value because he's a really smart person, right? And
Yeah.
like, I'm sure that we won't agree in half the thing, but it doesn't matter, right? I can see,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like his positive contributions, I guess.
I don't like. I like smart people who have vision.
Yeah.
Who have an open mind. I mean, B Roots has that. There's a lot of people get impressed with because they're great with data and technical stuff, and that I'm not impressed by that. Like, that doesn't necessarily give you the sight. You have to have an open mind
I agree.
and the capacity to see, because it's extraordinarily competitive now. There are thousands and thousands of tokens. Even you see Pulse Chain has expanded into this massive thing. People didn't see Atropa or pDAI, and they were sitting right in front of them. Even in our ecosystem, there were so many ways you could have gone over this last year. And you had to see where the ball was going. That actually is what makes a good boxer or an athlete. The good boxer just doesn't know how to get hit, and you see where the punch is coming. I've talked to some good fighters. They're like, if you can just be in there long enough not get hit, the other guy gets tired, and then you can take him. And I think a lot of this is like that. You gotta know where the value is in that moment. There's just too many. There's too much happening, and then it'll change. And I think next cycle it's going to be some totally different narratives. I think just maybe in another couple months or after pDAI pegs, then what's the move, right? We have to be smart and see how to capitalize on the next position, and that's what's important. Yeah.
I agree. Like, Mark is copy pasting something that I wrote. That's something that I wrote, Mark. By the way, yeah, that's I'm that Pedro. You were asking if I was that Pedro. I am that Pedro. The Pedro who wrote that. Yes.
Oh, Pedro, then.
Yeah.
If it pegs, what would Richard Hart say or tweet? I hope he doesn't say anything. Actually,
No, he might say something, I guess. Like, not
what could he
the.
say?
But look, that's the point, right? Like, I will always come back to this, which is like when it pegs. I don't think that, like, that's that's just the moment, right? I think it's a road, right? It's something that will happen, and then it will depeg, and then it will peg again, etc. Right? So when I say peg, I mean it will go through the 1-to-1 ratio, right? Like, it might be momentarily, like any other token, right? That's my point. So I think after that, after like a lot of volatility, when he sees that it's settling down, and when he's, and again, now I'm gonna this part is pure speculation, right? Once he
Let's look at the
starts like
comment.
his market, yeah, once he starts his market making process and he's kind of sure that like the ratio is more or less set, then he's probably gonna talk about it, I think.
Yeah. I do feel like maybe the SEC case also has to wrap up before he can really open up too much about these kind of things. He's getting a lot of attention from this.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And I think I think I'll always come back to the point that man, the more I think about it, the more I think that Richard is not coming back to stream, right? Like it's just too much fire, right? Too much hassle. Like there's way too many tokens. He could offend people like super fast.
Yeah.
Like,
So Pedro and I had a cool talk last night, and we were saying there's actually more damage that can be done by him saying the wrong thing or the right thing at the wrong time. So it's almost better he doesn't say anything for a while, and that's definitely, makes a lot of sense. pDAI Maxi says, RH and his team have left hundreds of clues to suggest their involvement in pDAI. He may never give us something that is definitive enough to make it certain. Newsflash, that is the point. RH has led us to the pond, but it is up to each one of us to drink from it. Now, this is a big point of contention, because one of the big arguments I've heard from so many either hexagons or just people who aren't on board with ATROPA, pDAI, et cetera, just saying, look, he would have made it more clear to us. And then the other side of the thinking is, no, he wouldn't have made it so clear.
Exactly, and that's like he's always been so upfront about like do your own work. It's like it's up to you guys. It's like he's always that was like like his speech, right? That was what he said basically. He never wanted.
I agree.
I guess he never indicated that he was going to be like a super present leader.
That's why I made the video about communication. That he is communicating with us. He's
He is
doing
a lot through Twitter.
incredibly.
Yeah,
Through Twitter, and then combined with what's happening on the blockchain. But I think another point of contention is I don't know why it seems clear that some of these wallets are connected to him. I don't know why that's a point of contention.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it
fine.
shouldn't be, I guess.
Just picture this, boys. The year 2048 and Pulse Chain hits that rate. All right. That's a good value added laugh. Wolfman, I'm done with crypto nonsense. RH has failed as a leader. He scammed us. No expecting of profits. Now I get it. We can't hold him accountable. If it were to be an ICO, then we could have.
It's like no, you can never hold accountable, right? If it's a security, you can. If it's not a security, you can. That's the point, right? It's like if you have to do the work, like mint the tokens or whatever it is, right? If you have to do the work, I mean, it's up to you, right? It's not really like you cannot expect people to do stuff for you. Like what means being accountable? He released Pulse Chain, Pulse X. I mean, he did everything he said he would.
He's done everything he's saying he has. Yeah.
What do you want more, right? I don't get it.
I want a hand job.
Yeah, better works Rebel. Better if the founder fades out and stays quiet. Exactly. I mean, he's learning from the best with Satoshi, right? I guess. So, yeah, that makes sense. I think. Yeah, that's a true leader, right?
Yeah, better. The founder fades out.
Yeah. Not in a bad way, right? I'm sure he'll always communicate. He'll always state his opinion, right? Even when it's contentious, we know he does.
This is exactly what Pedro was saying yesterday to me in our conversation. The founder is more of a risk because exactly like OxReb was saying, you were saying that similar point that he could say something which a majority hits one project wrong and hits this other project this way, and he accidentally, without realizing, pumps something he didn't mean to, and inadvertently hurts something else. It makes sense. There's a lot of plate spinning right now, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's like, just let the community do the stuff, right? And then, like, if they do the right things, you can agree with the stuff, like by participating in the stuff, right?
And you know what? Like, it is up to us, the community. We're getting to work. I've learned so much about the blockchain and how everything works because of all the work we've had to do. But maybe he does have some deeper connections with, let's say, the ATROPA developer. So maybe there are maybe it is one of his hands moving things, but he can't directly say it, right?
let me tell something. Let me tell Kingsway something. I think you
Kingsway, is
should
he
sell.
upset? I thought he was being
No, no, look.
being a little bit.
No, you should sell definitely. Like if you feel like that, you should definitely sell and get the fuck out. Not in a bad way. I'm not like trying to insult. I'm literally saying like go find something that you like better. That's it. Like this is if you like this is not really a competition, right? It's more like well, it is a competition, of course, but if you don't see it as a competition, it's just easiy, right? If you're not always trying to outperform everything, if you just like trust the process, right? You don't know what's gonna outperform what, right? It's at the end that we know, right? On the last day of the bull, when everything tops, that's when we know for sure, right? Until then, it's it's open game, it's open field, we don't know, right? But if you feel like this is not going anywhere, like just find. There's so many
Kingsway,
projects, so, like everywhere.
Kingsway, also, where are you at? I mean, look, I'll be honest, and I'm not bragging. This is my channel. When I look at the videos I posted, when I see I'm only up. So who have you been listening to over the last year or two? I know that I've seen you on this channel quite a few times in our live streams. For a year I've been making videos about BFF and ATROPA and pDAI and obviously the core tokens as well, but the teddy bear, everything is up except really the core. I sacked, so I'm not up on the core, but I'm up so much in ATROPA and BFF and teddy bear and pDAI. Oh my God. So what have you been doing, Kingsway? Where are you? Like, yeah, I'm curious. How can you not be up right now? pDAI, BFF, teddy bear, ATROPA, they are up so much right now.
Yeah, man. Like 100% agree.
I'm just assuming if you're on my channel, you must be at least somewhat have your feet in some of those. Or did you miss those? And this is something I think B-Roots brought up today in a stream talking about, and I've brought this up in other things, is, you guys got to clean up your feed and think about who you're getting your alpha from. Who are you following,
And look, I'm not gonna bash on Somi. Like I like the guy. I really think that Somi.
I'm not bashing on anybody.
Value. Yeah. No, I know that you're not bashing. It's like I understand B-Root's perspective, and I mean I kind of agree with him in the sense that it's like for me it's too much content, right? I don't watch that much content, right? I have to be more selective, and I think it's important if people are selective, because one of the things that I learned is, I know this is gonna sound super weird, but it's, at least for me, it's true, which is like the less information that I receive, the more clear that my mind is. I don't know why, but like it is what it is. It allows me to think, to think about the stuff that I read about, or that I see, whatever. So if you're just like consuming content all the time, it's like you don't have time to really think about it. Like it's the other person's opinion that really matters, not yours. And it shouldn't be like that. Just like have time to think about stuff. I think that's really important. Like it's a really important part of the process, I guess. But I really appreciate Somi, man. It does a lot of content.
Yeah,
of course.
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody. Even the naysayers or whatever. But you still have to take personal.
Even the HOA guys, man. I really don't like the HOA guys. Like in the sense that I don't see the value that they bring, but I'm sure they'll bring some value. Like I'm sure that they, even if it's like being like the guys that hate on the chain that they're releasing tokens online, they're making noise, right? So I mean, maybe that's enough.
So. Yeah, everybody's making noise and bringing value. Like you said, even the HOA, they were out there creating stuff, putting out memes. Now, I wasn't necessarily invested in those, but I think it's great. I think it's all part of the community and bringing attention. The key is you being key in your core, where you get your alpha from, and how that corresponds to when you do your own research. Does it line up with what you want and your core? You know what I mean? And you should. Yeah, you have to take responsibility of the people you also get your information from. I know it's hard. You have to follow some people and kind of put it together. It's difficult to navigate. Kingsway, it's very difficult, man. But I understand what you're saying. This is a good point. He's saying, the more we get screwed, the more we dig for. Why are you digging for degenerate plays, Kingsway? I know you're kind of on the younger side and not experienced. You should not be digging up degenerate plays. You've got amazing ATROPA ecosystem, and between that, the core coins. And I know you made another comment here. You're up a bit on pDAI and ATROPA. What about the core ecosystem? We aren't moving up. Well, we are moving up. They are moving up. They're moving towards SAC. He has to get rid of some sell pressure. Now, this is an interesting point. We can go ahead and talk about this right now. Do you feel the core is going to move after pDAI pegs in a big way? Do you think part of the thing is the collateralization of the vaults and all that? or do you think? No.
I don't think they're like. I don't think they're that like they could be related, but I don't think they're related. I think they'll move. They'll move independently. So right now, I think pDAI is moving. Faster because it's just like the narrative of the moment, and people are rotating into pDAI, right? We can see that.
Right.
So it's not like it's some new money coming in for sure. There's some new money coming in. We have seen the breach, right? So there's money coming in, but there's a lot of rotation. So I don't think it's related to the peg at all, right? I think that once Ethereum reaches whatever price target that Richard thought about, like I think then we'll start to see like more money coming into Pulsion, right? But that's just like my personal belief, because I think it's simpler to understand that way, right? I don't think there's like a master plan behind with pDAI. I don't think that they would put so much like that carries so much risk. That's what I mean, right? So I don't think that it will depend on pDAI, right? I think it will be a big part of the process, right? But
I agree with you that Ethereum is a big part of it. I agree with you when you said
I think Ethereum is
Ethereum's a big part of it. No one can deny Ethereum has been lagging back. That has affected a lot of alts. That has affected the whole ecosystem, not our just ecosystem, the whole entire crypto ecosystem. It's affected. And I think there's a bit of a game theory here. I think obviously your institutions are here and they want to push up Bitcoin right now. And but you can see a rotation. BlackRock has been rotating into ETH, so we should see ETH start to move pretty soon. And you should listen to TS Pedro. He says hit the like button, folks. So you should do that if you guys are getting some alpha. Kingsway, I'm curious when you said the more we dig for degenerate plays, because there's probably a lesson in here a lot of people can relate to. What degenerate plays? And degenerate plays should be little, tiny moves. I'll be honest, I didn't get his degen this time, but I was burned by Celsius and some other stuff, so I was being careful. Plus there was some rug pulls early on the Pulse Chain ecosystem, so I was a little bit, I got a little bit hesitant, and I'm glad I did, because I put more money into ATROPA and pDAI than I should have at the time. But now it has paid off because I said, you know what, if these don't play out, then well, they don't. But I just had a good feeling about ATROPA, and I stayed away after. I think there was like, I'm not going to mention names, but there was some shady stuff earlier on, in Pulse Chain earlier in the year. So, and I just avoided a lot of degen stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think like ATROPA and pDAI were still there's still degen stuff, right? Like
it is. I got a bag of PTGC earlier, and I'm glad it's up big time. It's up there with my teddy bear right now. 10% up there.
PTGC is doing wonderfully, man.
Pulse Chain.
Very good project. Very good project. In terms of price, right? Like the price, the chart looks amazing. So, like, congratulations to everyone who holds PTGC. Well done, guys. Well done.
Oh, I was looking at. We just been busy talking. I wasn't even managing the thing. Thanks for keeping on the chat, Pedro. Missed it. I think a lot of people can relate to how Kingsway's feeling right now. Chat's moving. Same boat here.
Yeah, but that kind of fades with time, right? I mean, the more experience you have, the less you care about that. The less you care about, like, how early does it pump? Because, like, the early that it pumps, like the early that it will dump. So, it's kind of good to have a very late pump. The tokens that pump, like, the latest in the season are the ones that do the more access. So, just remember Hex.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think we're going to see the big moves near the end. Because volume is picking up. Brenton makes a good point. Volume of chain has moved up a lot in the last 3 months. He's very right about that. Somebody sold a lot of hex for pDAI. That's really interesting. I don't think I would expect that at all. Would you expect that people are dumping hex for pDAI? I guess it's a rotation time.
Yeah, I do expect that. I do expect that. I mean, remember what happened a few months ago, right? The market has chosen, boom. And then, X from Ethereum dumped like 90%. So, I mean, people rotate a lot. They like to rotate a lot. I wasn't expecting that at the time.
I'm intrigued, sir.
Okay. Decentralized Me says, activity on what looks to be an automated way to make changes to MakerDAO and Pulse Chain recently as 2 days ago. See below for the 9E6F wallet and find from a member of the community. If this is correct, this is how Richard's been making changes and would allow him to implement the code required to peg pDAI at any moment. Now, I don't know if you saw this yet, Pedro. Because Pedro is a
I
different.
don't think so.
So, can you break this down for us? Why is the 9EF wallet, the move he's made with it, gives him that capability?
Because, okay, so it raids pAVE, so that wallet basically took control of pAVE, then took control of pMaker. Okay, but is that what happened, or what is expecting to happen? I'm not sure. Okay, I think that's what happened, right?
Yeah,
It already happened, right?
it already
Yeah,
happened.
okay.
We can look
So,
at the comments
I
on
mean-
here. I'm sure there's going to be some contention.
I think what he's saying is basically like the wallets that they think are related to Richard due to the the number of tokens that they hold are basically took over these contracts, right? Because they have fixer AM fixer bots, right? Bots that try to fix under brackets, because they don't fix, they take over the tokens, right? And basically by taking over the tokens they can vote in those protocols, because they are DAOs essentially. So what this means is basically that he has the control and could make changes to these protocols, right? But again, this is because I mean he already had control, right?
He has control.
Yeah, like he already had control since, like, let's assume he had already control from day one. So he didn't really need any, like, maybe he didn't need any of this, but maybe he was waiting for this. I don't know. So again, it's like I cannot say that this analysis is incorrect, but again, my breaking point is just assuming is like saying that all of this will enable Richard to add OA coins, right? I think there's a huge leap there, right? And I don't agree with that part, but that's it, right? I think the rest makes sense, right?
Die higher, low 15%. Higher.
What does Pedro think about the fake top dump, then higher pump next year?
It's funny, Dear Slayer, you said that. I was working through this earlier today, looking at the chart. Exactly what you're saying. I was pondering on that today. And
I mean, like, for that to for that to happen, I think we
yeah.
need Bitcoin. Yeah, let me just say this really quick. I think for that to happen, we need Bitcoin like above 150 before December's end. Before the end of year's end, right? For that to happen, I think. Otherwise, I'm not sure if we're going to have a double top, because again, like when everybody's expecting something, I'm not sure if that is going to.
Not that many people have talked about it. Like here's the thing. There's a lot of sideline capital right now, and what this did, okay? Because the Pi cycle top, if you go to it, it calls this as a top, and technically it was a top, but this is a higher high. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
That tells me that.
The Judas candle.
Yeah, that means a lot of capital rotated in here, okay?
Yep.
And you can certainly see some volume come in. And maybe market makers need that to happen. Maybe they need to bring this down. They need a nice drawdown. I have this here. I still have extended it as a possibility. So this was at 44 to, let's say, 60,000-ish. And that would allow people to hop on to drive it up higher. I mean, I suppose it.
But I think you need Bitcoin to go a little bit higher than what it is now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I still see. What did I put up here? 108 to what's this, like around 120-ish. We're still above this major trend line. It's crawling up it.
Like, I think people need to really feel that they missed the trend, right? That it's like,
they are feeling that, I think, already. Don't you think? Maybe it goes up a little
more.
Man.
Yeah, I think it needs to go up a little more.
It's a theory. Could we have a double top?
It's a theory, 100% a theory.
If that happens, we're 100% at that point going into the fall of 2025. That's going to buy us a year. That's going to buy us a year.
That would buy us a year. That's 100%.
100%.
That would buy us a year. Yeah.
Dear Slayer, we're getting a year if that happens. So the double top could make a lot of sense in terms of, like, we go up here, we leave some people, we do some dip, everyone thinks it's over, and then we go back up again for a nice run, because you got to pick up some capital.
Okay.
I'm looking at this volume here, and it's not great. It's not the best looking thing I've ever seen.
It's not great.
Yeah, and one of these, if you get one of these, it lets a lot of people get on board for this run, and then you easily have another year. If we keep just crawling up, I don't know, 2 months.
That's what I'm saying.
Months,
that's why I think you need to go like 140, 150, like a significant. Yeah, and then like big rug pull, and everybody's like, oh no, oh shit, I should have sold. Oh no, what's gonna happen? All that, right? So then like we say, like the new capital can come in, right? Because they see the opportunity, right?
Briz, what's happening? What do you expect? Hey, your video title doesn't say Hex. I didn't know if we'd get into Hex too deep today. There's a lot of other stuff to cover. We always cover Hex, though. We're big Hex.
We have to,
man.
We have to.
Briz, nobody said ink tonight. He just showed up. Data dev sack rate was 10,000 coins per. So when PulseX hit 1, it hit sack rate. Data dev sack rate was 10,000 coins per $1. Mm-hmm. So when Pulse Hex hit 0.0001, it hit sack rate. I'm not following you. RH is down again on his ETH position. Oh boy.
Oh no.
What's Meta doing here?
He should have sold.
Ooh, that's a. You see, that was my scare. I didn't. Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, this is interesting. This really got interesting.
It's being bucked up. Look.
Yeah.
It looks tasty.
Yeah, but it fell below this moving average. That's not good. It's.
Let's see how it closes today, right? It depends. It depends a lot on that, I guess. Yeah, but it's not looking good, for sure.
Oh, that looks like it could be a reversal, man.
Yep, maybe.
I don't like these. I don't like those candles at all, bro. But it's not closed. We don't know yet. Okay, it's not closed. Okay, he's right. So we gotta give it. It doesn't. Okay.
Doesn't look good. We're going down, guys.
I'm not
sell
gonna lie.
everything now.
Yeah, run for the hills. That's why Kingsway was panicked. He saw it. I'm not crazy about this. I mean, it could be a shakeout, of course, but it's funny. We were just talking the other night. We didn't when Fat Sammy came on. We kind of took a bearish turn. We didn't mean to. We weren't trying to, but I was saying that. Remember, I was saying that I don't know if they want people rotating. They're going that BlackRock is going to wanted to allow. Somebody told me this a year ago, though. I don't know if it applies now. That BlackRock didn't want. They wanted to keep people in BTC and not let alts and ETH do its thing. But once again, I heard that a year ago. Somebody told me.
This time is different, bro. No, I don't think so. Right?
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, we're not crazy about that. We got to keep watching that. So he's down again on ETH. That sucks. RH is so smart buying. Okay. But how do you find the Ecosa liquidity pool on PulseX? You wanna take that?
How do you find what? Sorry.
Ecosa and the pEcosa and eEcosa liquidity pool on PulseX.
When was it? Like a couple of days ago. Yeah, a couple of days ago, I added some. I'm not gonna say the coin, but I added some PRC20s into the pool, some maxi tokens, maxi perpetuals, not maxi per se, but some of the group, and I love that. I love pairing them together. I love the fees. I've been doing that for Hex for ages. I'm actually a big part of the liquidity pool, so on that pool of the Hex pool, and man, I'm just making more Hex, sorry, and so it's like it's a brilliant way to do Hex, pair it with itself, right? I mean, you can say, oh, there's impermanent loss, but I don't really give a shit which Hex I'm gonna get at the end, right? I mean, obviously, I like the one that everybody likes, but it's a job, right? Helping, so I'm just earning the fees, which are X, and I like that. I like that I can accumulate both hexes. So the same is for Ecosa, the same is for Maxi, the same is for any token. It doesn't really matter. Any ERC20 and PRC20 copy that you can pair together. I think it's a good deal, right?
Okay, so
but you need to like them both.
So MSTR front runs Bitcoin by a few weeks. Okay, it tells us what Bitcoin's up to. You can see this was on 21st of November, if we come over here to Bitcoin, we can go to 21st of November. So Bitcoin was reaching for the stars just like a week later, okay? It made its high, and MSTR kind of made its high a week earlier. So this is not a good sign right here. You're breaking underneath the 21, and you can see it. It's been, wait, when did I make this trend line? It's been rejected, retest. Yeah, there's some issues. Maybe we do get that double top. Either that or it's over. It's game over now. I don't think so, though. Maybe we do get some juicy pullback right now here. But it doesn't mean that our ecosystem does. Who knows what happens? Somebody else made a point that that's why we need pDAI to peg. That'd be interesting. pDAI TA, we'll go look at it. Let me see if we got through these. Okay, so we got through this.
And then I think like people expect like mad profits too quick. So just chill. It will come, right? It's just a matter of time. Honestly, I know that like at one point you look at this and think, like how did I have like such a long time to accumulate and I didn't, right? That's what you'll probably think in a few weeks, in a few months. So enjoy the ride. That's my honest opinion. Buy as much as you can. That's it. Simple.
Yeah. Most of you guys should be up right now. I don't know if we'll get to that. So this guy is wrecked. Okay, this is an example of why.
Dude, that guy is super wrecked. That guy is
super wrecked. This is an example of why I like B roots and why I like my TA also is very unsophisticated, because all this stuff that he's done didn't help him at all. And most of the traders got wrecked with all their gauges and gadgets and pulling this and that. And there's a lot more to this crypto than this. Otherwise, every stockbroker would be over here playing crypto, but they get destroyed. Because I talk to my friends, and they hate Bitcoin only because every time they come over and try to trade it, they get wrecked. Because and I think pDAI's like that too. I don't think it makes sense. Yep.
Well,
let's look at it. Let's see what's going on. So I made a video, and the verdict is still out. My last pDAI video, I was telling people that it's not coming back to down here to 0.009, which is right around here, which is technically, according to Gareth Soloway, I guarantee you he would have had this. He would have shorted it, and his entry would have been 0.009. It's a perfect good technical entry. It's the top of the old range high. But the problem is the narrative is huge. And I felt we were going to go sideways and that you weren't going to get a much more juicier entry. And so right now we've been creating this beautiful, it's pretty much a bull flag. And I've noticed as this has been running up, the gravestone dojis that played out, that showed up in the charts, they didn't play out. And I felt that the ones that showed up here weren't going to play out in a big way, okay? Though it's just been kind of range bound. But the range is shrinking. And you see, here's another one of these guys, okay? And do I think it breaks out of this channel? I think if it does, it'll be temporary. And you're gonna be faked out, and it's gonna rip to the upside. And now, what if the market falls apart? I guess that's
bro. What if like a meteorite, an asteroid hits the Earth? Bro, it's like I don't count on that. I'm counting on the market to keep pumping.
Based on what I'm seeing, this could go range sideways. Let the indicators reset a little bit, and then it's gonna continue up. I don't see any major reason this is to come down below like.
Only if like RH came out and said like. I don't give a shit about pDAI or something like that. It's not gonna happen, right? We all know it. So, yeah, I don't expect the pump to stop. Makes no sense. Keep pumping.
Yeah, I had some tweets and I lost them of people that are coming. You saw the Hex one, right? The guy had bridged over, 4 million. I don't know, over $1 million of Hex he just sold for pDAI. So the narrative is out there. Oh, there's another channel. A guy named Crypto Mischief just made a video about pDAI. Okay. And he's saying the same thing. He's like, oh, I'm coming over. I heard about this stable and I'm coming over. And he just bought some pDAI. So the word is getting out. People are coming over here because the way people look at it is if it's going to $1, there's a solid target. So they know they can pull out at a 10x, 20x, 50x, whatever that is for them. And for a lot of people, that's big. You come over your 10K clip, you put it in, you pull it out at a 10x. That means you're not even writing it for the 50x that's left or the 40x. You just do a 10x on your 10K clip, you're at $100,000. Like, a lot of people are being, you know, ridiculous by not seeing the value in this move to the upside right now. Because, you know, and Pedro's mentioned this before, that, you know, you can just think of it as a meme still. You don't have to worry about the pegging right now. You can just think of it as, look, there's this narrative, it's a meme coin, you know, that we're taking it to $1. And if you don't believe the pegging, then you know it's at least going to 70, 80 cents just on that narrative alone. The meaning where it's coming.
Yeah, the potential is like, it's quite huge. And that, like, I can see like a lot of reasons why it's easy to be against it. Like, if you've been in Pulse, right? If you've been in Pulse for quite some time, it's like you've been like, you know, taught to think logically, in the sense that, you know, RH coins, like, you know, delay gratification, all the stuff that we know about, right? And then out of nowhere comes pDAI, like, yeah, bro, that not gonna happen. Like, I'm the new thing now. I'm the hot sexing thing in town, right? And again, it's kind of, it is what it is, right? You just have to understand that, you know, it is the narrative of the moment, so that's where people are looking at. So you just have to accept it. And at the end of the day, it's going to be good for like the entire ecosystem, right? It's like,
and guys, this doesn't have to break down. This can range sideways for a very long time. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you something. Okay, see this?
Yeah, earlier it did that. Yeah, exactly.
This is why all your traders got wrecked, because technically, this should have broken down. Okay, you've definitely had some weakness here. Sure, it's a bull flag, but there's just so much untested massive ranges down here, okay? And it didn't. It broke to the upside. But this is enough to reset it, and we don't have to do that much. This can just stay in here for quite a bit. We could have a wick low down to maybe 0.017-ish, you know, test this out a little bit more, and but we don't need to go much lower. It can hang out, and then before you know it, when you're least expecting, bam, it's gonna take off. And look what this did, you know. It literally almost
like
doubled in price.
pDAI reminds me of Hex, man. That's the thing. Like, when I look at the chart of pDAI, it's like I'm reliving Hex. That is what it is.
Hex fucked people.
I know some people won't like to hear this, but it's the truth, right? It's like
there's a lot of
it's the same feeling. It's the same experience, right?
A lot of people were saying that. Even I think Somi finally came to that thing where he was saying it is the next Hex. Yeah.
If he thinks like, okay, it does make sense. I agree. It feels like Hex, exactly. It does.
But no, this
I'm not saying this is replacing Hex, right? I'm just saying like the feeling, you know, of like, you know, like the feeling of buying and looking at the chart. Like the chart, it feels the same, right?
Let's come over here.
Look at that, like it feels like it's exactly the same chart, right?
Guys, this is not breaking down. I have to say that I'm bullish on this, not because I have a bag. I also have.
Not only because you have a bag.
This is, even if it does this, it's going up, man. This is. I don't know how long it's going to be range bound. That's probably too far out, but it's crazy.
I mean, I would love that if it were pDAI, like, you know, onboarding the new people and, like, you know, pushing the prices of the core tokens up. That would be amazing, right? It would even show that you don't even need the SAC funds the SAC funds to come into the chain to pump everything. That would be fucking amazing, right? So
I just want to draw it again. It's just so beautiful. It's a beautiful chart. Yeah, I 100% agree, Heinrich, on that. I was seeing about around 6 cents as the next stop for pDAI, so right on point.
That's a good pump, man. I hope you guys are right.
I think I was, okay. Hey. Oh. Let's get you out of here. What was I playing with? Yeah, I think I was running some fibs from just this range low here. And it's just 5.5 cents. So yeah, let's see. Maria creating specified PX winning. Or Maria burnt millions of liquidity today. We're creating price for these levels and prep for the next leg up. She burnt millions of liquidity on pDAI. I thought she was burning USDT. Well, I'm bearish on PX because their cabal has ruthlessly fudded adoption and volume for a year. Because they're cabal.
And that's, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Okay.
Eric is not wrong on that.
Let's go
And look, man, and it's like I
Which
built
one,
a stablecoin
PX?
for Hex, and I kind of feel, you know, that the community has been a little bit, you know, too aggressive towards, like, you know, these PRC20s, for example, or new narratives in general. Right? It's like buy the core coins. Like, bro, chill. It's like it's a new network. There are like many things, so you know, as long as it's on Pulsion, right, and as long as it's not a scam, right, and that's the problem, right? It's good that people are buying different things, right? They're not just buying the same 4 coins, right? Like hoping that Sack Daddy comes and saves us all. I don't like that mentality, right? I like the mentality of new chain, new things, and let's try it out. And I hope, of course, that all the core coins pump, and I think they will. It's like, yeah, I'm sure they will. But like, you know, for different reasons, not because Richard is coming, like, you know, pumping our bags, but because new people are coming in, right? I think that's the right approach. And I think new people come in because of new narratives, ones that we're not expecting, ones that we do not like. You know, it is what it is.
Dude, PX looks strong, man. Look, it made the shape just in a quicker time.
It looks strong. I like it.
Okay. Let's see what's going on.
What you thinking?
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's probably going to come back at some point to test. There's like we'll probably have to test something over here. Maybe yeah, we'll get like some nice juicy retrace over here. Some reason will come up for it to come back. But no, we're looking good. There's a lot of volume coming in. It looks good. Looks really good.
I think at some point it will just keep pumping, right?
At some point it will, yeah. So why? Another thing that didn't help either is a lot of people have been busy making their own chains, creating their own tokens. We've got, instead of focusing on the core projects. This makes sense.
But that's also expected, right? People hate to wait, right?
There's been a lot of waiting. Yeah, how can you? How can you?
People don't like to wait, so they'll just build stuff, right?
Yeah.
Part of the process too, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling when I was looking at the regular chart. We get a retest of like 0.023. That makes a lot of sense to me, something like that. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, now. Okay, so this is played out, and you can see it's doing a retrace, probably coming down here about a 50% retrace. Makes sense. It was quite a big move there. Okay, but we're looking good because you're going to hold above this, all this muck. Okay, which goes all the way. Probably put on the weekly. It makes sense here. So what this move did,
Hex. Let's go.
What this big move did to the upside is it got us above all this crap, and it did it very quickly and very efficiently. So you're seeing about a 50% retrace, which is still going to hold you above all this, and it stopped right here. So it's holding on major support There's a lot of volume in these areas, a lot of trading. This looks really good. This is going to continue moving up. I don't see any reason why this needs to change direction. Okay, short of something, like a bad tweet or something. But this looks really good, man. This is great. This is what we needed to see. The strength is there. It needs to just consolidate a little bit. Yeah, you got this doji here. Like I said, I do think it's going to play out, but in the sense, it's already retraced quite a bit. I think we just build a range here, and that's exactly what we need to do. We need to just build a range where we are now and stay above. We don't want to fall below really points and a half a penny. So we're looking good. I mean, I guess we can go down as like far as like 0.0048 or something. But yeah, so we're going to build a nice juicy range here, and then we have build up some strength to blast off. PX and pDAI are 1-to-1.
In terms of price, they're similar, right? I guess.
Oh yeah. There.
In terms of price, in dollar terms.
Yeah, almost. So we looked at DAI. Let's look at. So this one has been. Let me get rid of this. We were playing around last time. Okay. This is really similar to pDAI. Looks like a bull flag to me. I mean, I don't see any. Once again, in a bull market, none of these ranges have to be retested. When an asset is this in demand and supply matter. This is a high demand ticket with very low supply. There's only 150,000. I hope you guys have some pulse rep Bitcoin. I think the price now is still a great buy. You know, parity is, 90 something thousand. You're at $1,400 right now. This is amazing. You're above this range. I don't think we're going back in here again. And from here, you have a lot of strength building here. This is going to blast off massively. Okay. This is no different than something like this. Okay. Right here. Or this, it's winding up, and this is pretty serious spring right here. So a lot of energy is going to be released, and I think it's going to be to the upside. So,
looking good.
It's looking good. It's looking really good. And I don't remember where I made that last video. I was telling people to get in and that you wouldn't get a better deal. So, yeah.
And remember, guys, all PRC20s, whether we like it or not, are Richard Hart coins. It's simple.
100%.
Yep.
They are Richard Hart coins, man.
Yep.
A lot of people forget that. And, it is a point in contention, once again, with a lot of the drama, right?
I don't think there's much contention in there, right? Did he create the coins? Yes. Boom. Case closed. Done.
Yeah. So we're looking really good. Jesus. It's going to be insane looking. It's just going to... This is just going to look like a straight line. It's going to vanish. So yeah, they're going to parity. People have been trading a lot of them. Let's see what's going on over here in Pulse. Okay, so this is where things can get squirrely, but yeah, you've had quite a bit move here. I think we're still holding on here.
Doesn't look good, bro. Nah.
I don't know what the plan is. I mean, obviously there's you could have a little bit of retesting back here. I really don't want us to go below 0.000045-ish, kind of like right around here. If we do come back, because this move is done. So when you have a move like this out of like, what was this, an inverse head and shoulders, it's expected that you have a little bit of backfilling going on. It really depends what's going on. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, it's going to backfill a little bit. Maybe that's good, because the PulseX was running a lot hotter than Pulse and getting a lot of mileage on it. Now, this is also quite a big move. Maybe these pull back a little bit together. This looks a little stronger. This is maybe Pulse X pulls back the most. We'll see. I want to see incentive now here. Okay. So
You know
this is not
what would be really
completed the
funny?
move.
What would be really cool if Pulse did the most taxes? Because I think that nobody in the fucking world expects Pulse to do the most. Like
You're
I've
right.
never spoken to anybody that told me yes, Pulse is going to do the most taxes. No, it's everybody
You're
like
right.
goes
You're
to
right.
Inc or Hex or pDAI. It's like it's never PLS, right? That would be fucking hilarious. I would love that. That would be amazing. Honestly, like the network token, the gas fee token. It's just a gas fee token. That would be amazing. Like boom. That would be really cool.
That would be awesome. That would be amazing.
Like we would all get wrecked, right? But that would be awesome. I'm sure we're all over allocated to other coins. So
Yeah, it's fine. It's
the
fine.
native
It's fine.
coin dominate.
That's fine. Look weak. It's gonna smash. PLS is purposely made to look
Oh,
weak.
nice.
It's gonna
Decentralized
smash.
me is most bullish on PLS. That's good, man. I did not
Is
know
he?
that. That's awesome. Okay,
Is
that's
he?
good. That's
Did he
smart,
tweet
I
that
think.
or? Interesting.
Yeah, I did not know that, but that's
Who
smart
said that?
because I don't see anybody like extremely bullish on PLS, right? Everybody thinks that like the other tokens are kind of like leverage, right? Like Somi says, it's leverage on PLS. Maybe he's right, but who knows?
Oh yeah, I heard about this
Maybe not.
whale. It sells when it touches 2K. He dumps some more. Okay. Maybe it's somebody trying to help you guys pack your bags so you can load up and give you time. That's what I see when
Exactly.
I see pDAI. I see this and I think somebody's giving you time to get on right now. Okay. Maybe somebody's benevolent enough to hold the boat, give you enough time. Like when you're running for the cruise ship and you've been at the gift shops too long and the captain's like, give him a few more minutes extra, You don't want to get left behind on that shore while the cruise ship's going away. Hans ultra bullish on Pulse. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. I'm bullish on Pulse. I'm just more bullish on incentive.
Yeah, me too, but I'm starting to think that too many people are. I don't like that.
That's true. Well, no, there's not that many people. Chat, are you guys bullish on incentive?
Can you do a poll here? Like just do a poll if you can, just to
Okay,
see what
let's do it.
people are the most bullish on.
I think. Well, what should we ask? What's the question?
Like I don't put the 4 coins, the four core
Yeah,
ones,
yeah.
just to see what people think. Just to make it simple. Between like those 4, right?
Yeah. Okay.
If PLS Moon so do our transaction fees. Yeah, no, but that's exactly what whales like, right? That's the sign of adoption. There's absolutely no other way around that. It's like if transaction fees do not go up, it means there's no fucking adoption. That's not good. We want the fees to go up. We want the fees to go up a lot.
Okay, everybody
That's
answer
what
the
I
poll. pDAI would be rebranded incentive DAI. You'll earn INC staking in the RH incentive wallet. Interesting. All right. Let's go Dead Hacks, Pulse Hacks, incentive. Now, incentive to me, I mean,
Incentives die.
we don't have a verdict on this yet. Obviously, it could pull back and smash this again, give us a juicy retest of $3. Very possible, I suppose. I think if we break, have we broken 340 something? We did, didn't we?
Let me just clarify, Chris. It's not a
334.
matter of if we want alphias or not. It's just it's a natural consequence of adoption, right? It happened with BNB. BNB is cheap, right? BNB chain last cycle it was cheap, but like during the times when it was going crazy, like it was expensive actually to use the chain. And that released a big project there, so with NFTs with like thousands of NFTs. So I really know what I'm talking about. There were the moment it was really expensive. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like at the end, it's always going to be cheaper than Ethereum, I guess. But
Okay,
maybe
so-
not. Maybe maybe not. If other people that use Ethereum went to Pulse chain, I'm sure it would be more expensive. right now. But what I mean is that it's a natural consequence of adoption, right? Fees go up. So, but Richard can only do do the next pulse, right?
I have a feeling now that this has broken this trend line, which I'm thinking, well, actually it broke this 344-ish, 345-ish, which was a point of issue for me. I do think we're coming down to the top of this 327, or at this point, you might as well just give us a retest of this breakout, which at $3.06 is very possible, I suppose, at this point. But then again, we always knew that this was leverage on Pulse and PulseX. So if they're moving down, this is moving down faster. So let's see what happens. But there's a good chance we do come back here to about 306 at this point. Now, somebody said something about BBC, bullish on Saint. Well, you could be, but I'm just in incentive in PulseX. I'm not mucking about on other chains too much right now. Yeah. But 9mm.
Like I only focus on RH coins.
Yeah.
And I've built projects with other coins, but it's like I'm not gonna. I will.
They already had one exploit.
I won't mention them. Like that's my point. I won't mention them because it's like RH coin is this is where you should be, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm mostly
like
RH
maybe Teddy Bear, and like there's a few others, right? That I might say I like them, but Yeah. When I say RH coins, I say PRC20s too, right? Like all of them.
RH has never had an exploit. ATROPA has never had an exploit. I think the one you're mentioning, M21 photo, they've already had an issue already with a dev and an exploit. Like, why do I want to complicate my life? I've been in crypto long enough. There's already been something over there.
Exactly.
That means if somebody, how they do something is how they do everything. That's my philosophy. So that means there's probably something else waiting, a loose string somewhere else as well, probably waiting to be pulled on. B-Root's pulse target is above 25 cents. Yeah, I think it could easily go there. Yeah, it could. 100%. I can do it this bull run. What do you think? Pulse chain.
Which coin?
25 cents. 25 cents or higher. Pulse chain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that happening. Yeah.
It could happen.
But then, the fees would be high, right? You need to understand that. Much higher than what they are today. And I'm fine with that. But, I think, I hope people don't get to focus on the fees part. I think it was just a part of marketing, right? Because again, if we have adoption, the fees end up going they're going to be higher than what they are today for sure.
They're going to be a lot higher.
I hope not too high, but it will be definitely higher. Right?
It's going to be higher. Yeah. It's going to be in the dollars. Yeah, for sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Bored Ape Yacht Cub NFT on Mintra. Okay, we'll go check Mintra. INC will fly. He can reduce the output and raise the price and get the same APRs and make ink more valuable. He can reduce the output. Do you mean the rate at which it inflates?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Right now, it's going down by a fraction.
It cannot be larger than 1, but it can definitely be lower than 1. So yeah, you can do that.
And do you think that it would just be something where he updated in the contract and then we just saw that
it is. It's a master chef contract, yeah, but I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he needs to do that. I think probably just opening more farms does that already. It kind of dilutes the APR, so but you could definitely lower the reward if you wanted, right? Sure.
Just absolutely. Opening more farms just drives up demand. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Drives up demand and it kind of disperses the APR, true, because it's still one ink, right? It's one ink divided by whatever farms. Right?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
PTGC. Let's go look at PTGC. BBC is a 9-inch coin. We know what it is. Yeah, the exploit was on the 9mm decks, bro. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not that experimental at where I am right now. I have a question. Will pDAI... I don't think I need to right now between ATROPA and the RH tickers that much. Though I'm in PTGC, it's cool. I have a question. Will pDAI dip to 1 cent again? I don't... that's been a huge point of contention, and I just don't think it will. But, hey, if there's enough FUD enters the market, it'll dip, and I don't think it will. I said that in my video, and I'm standing to that. Because look. Everything's pulling back. Okay, PulseX. EHAX pulled back. What did this do? Yeah, we looked at this. This pulled back massively, okay? Incentive is falling out of the sky right now. What's DAI doing? What's pDAI doing? It's up.
Yeah, it's true.
It's up, bro. Once again, that's why I just look at these charts. I keep it super simple. Support, resistance, which way is it going? Guys, pDAI is it's not falling apart. It just isn't. It just is not. Okay? What's this one doing? It's not falling apart at all. It's consolidating. So is pDAI. It's consolidating right in this new range. Everything else is showing a lot of weakness right now. Okay? Has me a little worried here. We can go look at ATROPA too, but pDAI and Pulse Wrap Bitcoin are not. I'm not sure what the other P copies are doing, but looking at it right now, 1 cent is no, it's not happening. I'm sure it would not mind it. I'll get more if it goes to 1 cent. What do you think? Would you load up some more? At 1
Definitely,
penny?
bro. Definitely.
I think I will.
Yeah.
I was even considering it at 2 cents to load up again because look, I mean, guys, you know the target. 25 cent PLS. Let's be listening to the moon. With higher gas prices, we need to get Pulse lower. Yeah, well, that's what everyone was thinking, right? That because it's a gas token, Lenny, that we couldn't let it rip too hard. But maybe that is why it could rip.
Yeah, but that's just a narrative, right?
Yeah, that's just a narrative.
Like what I mean by that is that if people see the opportunity there and just like bump the price, that could definitely happen. And this is something that like most people don't want or are not expecting. So that's another reason why I think that it could, happen. Pulse pumping way, higher than what we expect.
Right. I wanted to see if we got some pDAI alpha. Yeah, they're pretty adamant that the pegging could happen any moment. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm bullish, but I just don't know if I feel that. The best market move would be to slowly move it up, but.
Yeah, and again, I think people confuse different types of peg mechanics
PTGC.
because it's like they confuse the collateral peg again, the fact that somebody can add collateral and mint 85% in dollar value of the collateral deposited. So in other words, like it's collateralized by 150%. So it's
oh my god,
it's like people expect that once that mechanism is working, that there's an immediate peg because of price circles, etc. But I don't think that it doesn't really work like that, right? It's people buying and selling, right? That's what kind of dictates the value of the token, right? And if you don't have buyers, like you pay, right?
Steady pup, you still here? You gonna give us a pullback, buddy? Oh. You gonna let people get on board? This is insane. This is a video I made very early on when I was making videos, and when I made my videos, and I had a pretty juicy bag. I don't know, Pulse Pup was around here. And it's just grown into a full-grown. It's almost wolf ready. This is a beast. That is beautiful, gorgeous. Nice work. It's gorgeous. I done really well in Pulse Pup. Because we made a lot of good calls this year. Like looking back. Like I was new at making content, but damn, I think almost everything we called out, it's just run incredible. I only made one PTGC video, but I do have a juicy bag of PTGC. It's looking really nice.
It's looking good.
It's looking good. This crap promises from It faked everybody. It never gave anybody really much of a chance to enter. You can see how it just barely came in here. Look at this one here. Didn't even let you in. It's awesome. It's gorgeous. Nice looking chart. Let's see what's going on up here. Look, this is also not showing much weakness, which is really crazy because this is supposedly bonded with Pulse and Pulse X. Am I seeing it? Like even like, this looks pretty damn bullish, guys. It still looks bullish. I guess everything's is breaking a little bit here. That doesn't mean anything yet. It's holding up good. I mean, this is holding up really nice, I have to say. Not so with PHEX. Each downfall.
Yeah, like Chris, I think your argument about PX it applies to any PRC20. So, right, it's not only PHEX, right? It's even hex from Ethereum, because hex from Ethereum, most of liquidity is on Pulse chain, right? So even that one, right?
Heinrich, I had some questions I wanted to ask you about SolidX because it's connected to incentive, but I want to address this. Heinrich says, big cope from Maxis. They don't realize it, but RH is not impressed. He watched everything. They were rotten. They were behind the sack scams, extracting 100 million from RH community. What's he talking about? What happened?
No, he's talking about the liquid loans, the minters, I don't know, all the sacrifices, right? I think he's talking about that.
Right.
So,
and
besides, there were actual scams, right? There were actual scams that, with
like what?
Work pools, etc. But I don't remember. There was a guy doing bots, that raised some funds, and the Pulse Latino. I don't know, like all that shit.
Oh, right. Yeah. I saw all that stuff. Yeah.
I think it's like both, maybe. I think like what he means is like RH wasn't impressed by all that shit, right? And I agree. Look, guys, I built the project. I did 3 audits, which cost a lot of money. I didn't ask for money, right? I just did it with my own money, and that's how I think these people should be, right? You don't need to ask for money, right? Maybe to liquidity and stuff, but not to build the stuff, right? Not to build the project.
The same
at
people
least to me, I don't agree with that. Yeah, I prefer the way of just
Power City
developing
liquidity loans.
And,
they raised a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you're doing as you're doing and you're proving yourself without doing that, then it says a lot about what you're building and your capacity to do more in the future. One thing about that I've thought about, I think about game theory. So I don't just think about this to think about it. I think, what's the game theory? And I think, because see, RH is also evolving. If he was playing 5D chess before, now he's playing 7D chess. He's getting better at what he does, and he's evolving his game theory. And you've got to understand, if he feels loyalties were broken or snapped, he's going to evolve it to think, how can I protect myself? Because nobody, I don't care who you are, everybody feels loyalty, and they feel disloyalty when loyalty is broken. Yep. And rewarding people that are early to something doesn't build loyalty with them. Okay? That's why I think this ATROPA pDAI thing is really powerful, because people had to hunt it and be buried in it for a year straight. None of us knew any of this would work. When I started getting into ATROPA and pDAI, it's over a year ago now. I had no idea if I was pulling on the right thread or not. And it's a different level of loyalty because of the amount of work you do. You bring in different whales now. You create a different level of wealth. These aren't people, this whole group of people in the pDAI ATROPA, they're not people that you're gonna see them grab a Lambo and drive off into the sunset. This is a type of whales that are going to be building for a long time, and so maybe he learned from that, and maybe that's something you're seeing. And also, so he evolved his game theory, and a lot of people thought if they were just here and they were just early to something again, it was going to work again. But anyone in business knows, and you can probably speak, I come from business, that you can get lucky once, and athletes know this too. They asked, I think it was Conor McGregor, who was it? Conor McGregor. He got his title, and they go like, "Oh, what are you going to do tomorrow?" He goes, "I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and run, motherfucker." Like, he knows that maybe he just won this, but the next fighter is going to be even tougher than this guy. Sure. I know this in business, that if I get to something early, I know that I just got lucky, and I know that the next time it's not going to happen for me. And I think a lot of people who got lucky and didn't come from business didn't know that. They didn't know that tomorrow they got to get up at 6 a.m. and run. Yep. I know that. Sure. I show up and I work and I dig, because even though, let's say I did well on pDAI, I'm not driving off in the sunset. I know tomorrow it's going to be another fight and another battle, and I got to get up and hustle and dig and work. And that's how you really build a community, when those people get rewarded, right? When that level of athleticism, so to speak, sticks around. Okay. And I think a lot of people are going to learn that about just being early isn't enough. And he definitely didn't want to reward people for being early. Another thing we talked about is why the ecosystem has
That's a
been
good
at this range.
perspective. Let me just add a little bit, because that's a very good perspective, and I also think that because because he's not live streaming and telling you directly stuff, right? To your face and answering your questions to your face. It leaves room for interpretation, right? And that's what I think it's happening, right? It's like different groups are interpreting Richard's information in different ways, right? And they're basically building their beliefs around those expectations or interpretations, whatever you want to call them. And I think is that maybe that's the test, right? Maybe that's let's see who really understands Richard, right? Maybe that's the test. I don't know, but in my view, in my interpretation, I think it's there's absolutely no reason for just focusing on 4 coins in an entire new network, right? It makes no sense, in my opinion. Right? It's an entire new network, right? So I don't expect Richard to build Pulse Chain just it's for Hex. No, bro, it's not for Hex. There's PLS, there's PLSX, there's INC, there's pDAI, there's there's so many coins, right? It's not only for one coin or the other coin, it's for every kid. It's a network, right? I think we need to be more open-minded and receive projects with open arms, because we need that, even if we don't like what they're doing, right? Even if we disagree about all that shit. I mean, they're doing something in Pulse Chain, right? And I think just trashing for the sake of trashing, saying, oh no, this coin is better because it's older, or it's because it's the first, or because it doesn't really matter, right? I don't think that's how Richard thinks now, right? So, but it's only my interpretation. I could be 100% wrong.
I think his mindset's evolved a lot. I think the game theory here is completely different. It's not Hex. It's not about get here first and win.
It's really not the ecosystem. Exactly.
Yeah. And he's looking for the builders and the hunters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because those are the people that are going to stick around. They're the ones that, oh, cool, they got a Lambo. They picked it up at 9 p.m. At 6 in the morning, they're back in the blockchain hunting, digging through, just like Conor McGregor, like he said. They asked him, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to run. I'm back, otherwise your title's gone.
Look, it's Hex is the best. For you, Hex is the best. And I love that, man. I love that you're so passionate about Hex. Again, I built a protocol for Hex, so I love Hex. I understand where you come from. But it's not the best is our own interpretation, right? Because I was speaking the other day with Johnny and Johnny Chaos, and we were we were discussing the best product, right? Because it's it's sometimes, most times, the best product doesn't win. That it's a simple fact. Right?
It is.
It's a simple fact, right?
It is.
So it's
the best guy doesn't get the girl.
The best guy doesn't get the girl, etc. So it's not being the best. It's having the right narrative, attracting the right people, having buyers, man. That's the point, right? Because my token is the best because it does this. People don't give a shit about that, right?
Right.
That's the truth. That's and I love Hex, but I need to be reasonable, right? I need to understand that people like things for different reasons, and I hope people like Hex, because I have a huge bag of Hex. So of course I hope people like Hex, but I need to understand that telling people that Hex is the best, it might not be the best strategy for adoption, right? People who like INC, let them buy INC, incentivized to buy INC, because it's a thing that they like, right? Maybe one day they'll also like Hex, but forcing them into something, I think it's just stupid, right? When it's it was Richard who founded this chain, right? So I'm sure he wants people to buy different things, right? Otherwise, why would have different tokens? That's my point on it.
And to that point as well, to the people who are not so bullish on the pCopy narrative, guys, his whole marketing thing was the pCopies from the beginning. We're not pulling these pCopies out of our asses. He said from the beginning he wanted to make this chain, and we're going to have our own copies, and they're going to go to parity, and he wanted people to speculate on them. So You guys ever get tree sap on your what? Mintra all down 90%. Good thing I loaded up on Teddy and
bro. You sacrificed for everything, man. That's oh my god.
I did.
It's amazing.
Mintra fame. I got.
I did none.
Even.
I sacrificed. I participated in none. Honestly, it's no. I don't like that.
Never again.
No, it's not. It's not even about like. I'm not saying these projects are bad. Like
Mm.
that's literally not what I'm saying. I have much respect for the things that they're building. I'm sure like they have like adoption, for example, Fame, right? I don't even like the most like some of the guys behind Fame, but it's like their products are very good, right? They work perfectly. Like they have adoption. They're very like upfront with the data that they show, etc. Like I like how they do things, but like it's just for me it's a matter of principle, right? It's like if I'm going to build something, I will do it with my own money, with my own risk, and then if I want like some funds for liquidity or whatever, it's like if it's something that it belongs to the user, like doesn't really matter, right? If I need the money to build something, I don't like that approach, right? But it's me personally, right? I'm not bashing on the projects. I'm sure they work fine, right? Some of them I even use, so I know that they work fine.
So there was more to this discussion. Somebody just posted more of it. Armand just posted. This is Marie says, what if it was suddenly $1 P stables today? Looney, question mark. Would you be on board? Everyone should have at least 3 million in P stables ready. Damn. I mean, look, one thing I'll say is now looking back over a year now of being in our IRC list, he's never steered us wrong. Except a couple little things, but no, we've never been steered wrong. So that's a pretty strong statement. Everyone should have at least 3 million in P stables. Why did the OA take over the maker down on Pulse Chain and mint 5 billion? Was he just bored that day? Gonna watch this?
I don't know about the wallets. I didn't do any further research into the wallets to see if they're actually the wallets that he say they are, but I'm assuming that if they weren't, this post wouldn't even have got that big anyway, so I would have corrected it. Nobody said anything like that in the comments, like, oh, these addresses aren't linked to the OA. Nobody said anything like that in the comments, so I'm gonna take it that those addresses are linked to the OA. I'm gonna do that, use that as my research. But I see the comment saying, let me get this straight. Y'all believe the Pulse Chain OA will deposit all of its PLS, PLSX, and HEX into Maker to back your currently worthless stablecoin and make it fully collateralized. The same OA who only always acts in good faith in the projects it founded and has never market sold a coin. So it can't sell anyway. You just said it can't sell anyway. So first off, that's why, because it can't sell. It has. What else is it going to do with the coins? Let's just watch the video. I'll upload it.
This is a short video that shows you how we know Richard minted the pDAI supply and took over MakerDAO on Pulse Chain.
So right off the bat, so he's saying that it took over the MakerDAO. Like, what other purpose would there be to even do that? You see what I'm saying? The fact that he even did that is enough. The only thing you can say now is, oh, it's not really hard, but if it's linked to the OA, the origin address, then 2 + 2 = 4.
First of all, GitLab is a platform where developers can collaborate on code. On the day of Pulse Chain's launch, 3 wallets in the Pulse Chain mainnet GitLab account had names assigned to them. The first was the AMM bot, the second, No Expectations, and the third was named the Comprehensive Accounting Address. All of these addresses are Richard and or his team, as they come from the Pulse Chain GitLab. And we have found through the millions of transactions that the AMM wallet deposited pWETH into pMaker vaults, minting 500 million pDAI. And the Comprehensive Accounting Address funded a series of wallets with pWETH, which those addresses then used to mint 4.6 billion pDAI. So that's 5.1 billion of the 22 billion pDAI that we have found so far through these millions of transactions. Again, these addresses are from the official Pulse Chain mainnet GitLab. It's conclusive. Richard minted the pDAI supply.
Now, I don't like when he starts saying Richard, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. You know, we don't know if it's him. We could say somebody on the team, a developer.
And wait, it's only 5 billion,
it's Richard,
right? But out of 22.
Is that what it was?
That's what he said, right? 5 billion, but there's 22 billion.
Yesterday from this guy who did a lot of research into pDAI basically, and he go an hour in to figure to be like, okay, so what was the point of that then? Just bored? I don't think so.
Yeah, there's like, they found 5 billion. That's awesome, but what about the other 22, right? The other, whatever, like 17 or 18 or whatever. Yeah. Two Grizz of guys like Grizz being weird. I mean, I like Grizz, right? I love his passion. It's not. I don't agree, but I understand it, right? It is what it is. It's his thing, right? Like the people on the chat, I think he's talking about Grizz on the chat, I guess.
Condu has some. Somebody was saying something about. Yeah. Yeah, there's still a lot of animosity. I mean, I don't know why everyone's so.
Look. For me, it's
so
a
much
simple.
about this.
Look, it's a simple discussion. Like, even if I cannot track the 22 billion DAI, right? And this is a huge leap of faith. I'm gonna admit before I even say it, but it's difficult for me to accept that the tokens weren't minted by Richard, right? Because if they weren't minted by Richard, if it's somebody else, it's like somebody else took advantage of the system, right? And I don't think that I think he came prepared. That's my point. So I think most of the tokens are in his possession or his team's possession. Doesn't matter, like away, Richard, whatever.
A lot of people still.
But again, this is
waiting for a rug pull. A lot of people are waiting for a rug pull on pDAI. You think it's still a leap of faith?
Might happen.
Yeah.
No, like in that sense, right? Because I didn't track the wallets, right? And even if I like decentralized me video, right? Even like what they did, they tracked 5 billion, but there's like 22 billion, right? So there's a lot of supply that they haven't tracked. So I cannot say with confidence, like from on-chain data that it belongs to Richard, but I can say like confidently from my own analysis, not related to on-chain data, just philosophy or belief or whatever you want to call it. It belongs to Richard. It's an assumption, of course, but I'm believing that we prepared the launch. That's what I'm believing in.
That is true. The liquidity is deeply integrated into the ecosystem. It really is. I mean, it's all over the place. It wouldn't be all over the place if there wasn't some intention. I mean, it's been connected and plugged into everything. That's so true. We forget to talk about that. They never talk about that. Like, why would it be layered and connected to everything on the chain? Oh, we lost Pedro.
Sure.
Oh, there he is.
No, I'm. Can you hear me or not?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I tell it's my midget froze. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I guess this was a bit of a topish signal here.
I'm on my PRC 20s. I'm at the crib with a 420 honeys. My pulse is up, my haters above me. Your friends told me my future is sunny. I'm stacking these phones, we racking, we running. They told me I'm crazy, I actually done it.
It's always a top signal.
I'm packing $1 million, I live in abundance. I wish I've been a JC Penny. Then pDAI went and flipped it.
All right. What else you guys looking at? We looked at ETH. MicroStrategy is, well, look, let's just do this really quick. If this holds, we're good. Okay. BTC, what's going on? 97. Let's go look at ETH really quick one more time.
Oof. Yeah, well, not too bad. Could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. It's fine. It's actually fine. Maybe this is fine. We needed this. Adrian Wolf, that was a guy, song that the guy made up by a guy named Pharaoh.
Nice.
Sorry, hang on.
Hey. All good?
Shit. There's like there's like two hoodlums that were tagging the front of my office with their gang signs.
What the fuck?
Like white chalk. They were putting their graffiti. Yeah, scared the living shit out of them. Damn.
Jesus.
Should have been paying more attention. Did you get rated? No. Oh, it was pretty freaky. Cause like, yeah, it's this guy named Pharaoh. Wow, that was weird. Did you guys could hear me yelling at them?
Yeah.
So Geiger Capital just put this up. Well, Bitcoin is dead. Fun while it lasted. All your passwords too. Is this stuck on a song? What's going on? Willow, our new state-of-the-art quantum computing chip with a breakthrough that can reduce errors exponentially as we scale up using more qubits, cracking a 30-year challenge in the field in benchmark tests. Willow solved a standard computational in less than 5 minutes that would take leading supercomputer over 10 to the 25 power years, far beyond the age of the universe. Well, we all knew something was coming, right? But I went through this a little bit. People were saying that doesn't affect... Some people said it didn't affect Bitcoin, but affects your passwords and your key phrases.
I'm sure there'll be a solution before.
There'll be a solution, right? New wallets
yeah,
that 100%.
Yeah.
Could hear it all. I almost thought I was going to get a 5. Hold on, I think they're back.
Oh shit. Here we go. I hope he has a gun.
Yeah.
The XRP.
Whoa. All right. Get a paintball gun. XRP army. Jesus. All right. So, yeah, looks good, guys. Light that ass up. Yeah, I'm almost gonna fight out there. Come back in with a black eye. I've been in a chair too long to get in a fight. I haven't been in the gym. I've lost so much weight. This bull run has just crushed me. I can see like how skinny I'm getting. I'm just losing weight.
You need to go back to the gym, bro.
Yeah, it's just fucking. If I can just catch up on sleep, I'm happy. Good God. It was me that saw the thing about magistrate judge of being called Peggy. Peggy. Case is going to get dropped soon.
Yeah, the Judge Peggy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The case is going to get dropped soon. We're looking good.
I agree.
We're looking good. To recap, guys, there is some weakness on the chain. Obviously, everything's pulling back a little bit. ETH is falling apart, so we're seeing this pullback. I think it was needed. I don't see any problems. It is getting bought up. It's not a pretty candle, but you know what? It's not good. It's not good. The reason is because this got broken. Yeah. So so when I show it to you like that, you guys understand why I'm a little bit like, it's not good. We broke it, and we're under it right now. Okay. Damn, who fucking dumped that? We've broken a trend going all the way back to the beginning of November. We were looking really good. We just needed to stay on this. We didn't, but it's a big machine. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it was needed to wash out some stuff. When do y'all think the case will get dismissed?
I hope December, man. That would be sweet.
You think it could happen this month?
I think so.
So look, with this candle in Ethereum right now, everything else is taking a bit of a hit. I'm sure a lot of alts are taking a bit of a hit, but look at DAI. Look at pDAI. Look at that. Does that look like it's falling apart to you? Nope. Somebody's buying pDAI. All right. Does Pulse Wrap Bitcoin look like it's falling apart? Nope. And we'll just look at ATROPA really quick. I just want to see. Oh, ATROPA pulled back, I'm sure. Hi. Am I not typing in the right? Oh, did it? Oh. The stream is still on, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Someone is trying to tell me that my computer stopped recording the stream. Okay. Okay, ATROPA's pulled back to 10.5. Oh no, look at that. It's still holding up pretty good too. That's amazing, man. ATROPA is holding up like that.
Oof, ATROPA, yeah, it's looking good, man.
Whoa. Wow, look at that. That is just epic, man.
Looks good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a
this
pretty
Atro-
juicy bag of ATROPA, man. I'm happy for ATROPA. Nice.
I got a juicy bag too, but it was just peanuts before. It was just pennies.
That's the beautiful part of it, right?
Yeah, we were packing up. Yeah, it was. Had a couple zeros on it. Litecoin, what's going on with Litecoin? Look at that. So look, everything's pulling back, except ATROPA,
Who gives a shit about
DAI,
Bitcoin? Sorry.
and Pulse Trap
But,
Bitcoin. What, you want to see Litecoin? Let's see. Let's look.
Sell that shit, bro. Litecoin.
I don't even know the thing. What is it?
LTC. Litecoin is
Yeah,
LTC.
LTC. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, but the XRP is pumping, so who knows? Damn. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It will recover. Maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know, man.
Did Charlie sell again? I'm kidding. It was the founder. He basically sold at the top. 2017.
I
he
mean, I
bragged
guess
about
it's back above the
It was
trend.
awesome.
Well, it depends where you want to put the trend.
Yeah, digital silver. Yeah, so retarded. Jesus. But I guess I don't care. Like I'm wrong so many times that
Oh my god.
I hope I'm wrong about Litecoin too. I hope it pumps. Respect the
good.
fucking pump.
Oh man. I know there were some other things we wanted to
I
talk
sold
about.
my
but
Litecoin when Charlie did. Man, that was smart, bro. That was very smart.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's
If the founder
exactly what
is
I'll.
fucking selling, yeah, man.
If the OA sells one token, yeah, that's.
the OA tracker, yeah, it sells 1 hex, boom. I sell
That's
all
it.
my bags. I don't care. Oh my god.
Oh. Dude, Fast Abdoul, what's up, man? Okay, link it coming. Good timing. Oh, you got your video back, right? Oh, that's why it froze for me. Oh, it did. Okay, let me get you a link. So as long as the stream is running, we're good.
Yeah, it's running good, I think. Running well. Hearts to 1.
Fast Abdoul, it's in the thingy, in the chat. Come on in.
Yeah, he had a great. I think. Yeah, when was it? The last time he was here. I liked his opinion. I mean, it's not that. I like. I told you, man. I
You
love
like smart
like-
people. You tend to like intelligent
and
people.
it's
Pedro.
like people I disagree with, right? I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I like
Hey.
to hear different perspectives from my own. That's my point. So I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
I like to be challenged.
Yeah.
All right, Fast Abdul's coming over. A couple minutes away. I'm gonna go get a refill of my drink. We got the candles going. We're chilling. I'll be right back, peeps.
See you in a bit. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Enjoying the dump? Buying some more tokens? Filling up your bags? I hope so. The pump will come. Nothing is immune. Hearts to 1. That would be good. What were you guys chatting about before? World 2x. Yeah, when Trump gets into office, actually, yeah, that could ruin my expectations of a big dump. I don't know. That's actually, yeah, something that could invalidate my theories, and that would be good, actually, if I'm wrong. I have not my YouTube channel. I mean, I have my YouTube channel. If you go to my channel, you'll actually see. Is it on my channel? My interview with Richard? I don't know. I think it's on Richard's channel. I don't know. It's on. Yeah, it's on. But I have on my channel like interviews with Jimmy Song and I don't know some crypto people, Roger Ver, but I usually do crypto cafes, but it's in Portuguese, so it's probably not for you guys. But I have that podcast Crypto Cafe in Portuguese. Yeah, it's like I like to participate in with Wolfie. I don't want to have my own. It's
Crypto Neptune, what's up, bro? Hey, you want to join? Just follow the link. It's in the chat if you want to come join, man. Hey, you guys want to see the tagging on my door? I think I can do that with you. Hang on. I think I just hit this button and it switches over to my phone. Oh, this is sick. You guys want to see this?
Sure.
Chat, you want to see the graffiti?
Yes.
You want to see the guys? Okay.
Let's fucking go.
I think I just hit this button. Is that it? Oh, this is sick, dude. You want to see my office? All right.
It's kind of dark. Oh wait. Can you see? Yeah, can see a little bit. Yeah. Pull up the brightness. Oh yeah, I can see. Damn.
Could you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, because
100%.
I couldn't see the screen. All right, so they wrote all that. I mean, it's actually nice. It's pretty nice looking art, I guess.
Yeah, not that bad.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
All right. It could have been worse, man. They could have been drawing like cocks on there or something. Who knows, right?
Yeah. For sure.
All right, cool. Fast Abdoul is coming here.
Hey,
Fast Abdoul, what's happening?
Hello there.
Here, I can fix that. Hang on.
I'm a little bright.
Hey, man.
Turn this up.
Yeah, I think it might be. Maybe it could be a setting over here. Oh yeah, it's cranked over here. Sorry. Oh yeah, because we had you on the set for the green room last time. Okay, that looks better.
Yeah, I got a green room going on.
Looking
How's it
good.
going, guys?
It's going good.
Good, and you?
Oh, did I lose you?
Am I here?
Good.
Where'd you go?
Some busy days.
That's good.
You disappeared. I still
Yeah.
here.
Where's he at?
I'm a
Hi.
ghost now. I'm
Where'd
with
you
the
go?
Force.
Where'd you go, man? I don't understand.
I'm
where
with the
you
Force, bro. I'm with the
Eleven.
fucking Force, bro. You cannot bring me back.
went.
Boom. I'm above.
All right, let me put it on this mode really quick. Oh, there you are.
Boom.
There he was.
Okay.
Oh, he's back. Oh,
There we go. Back in the room. How's it
right
going?
on.
Let me shut the
Oh, then we lost him.
Yeah, and he's gone. How are you doing,
Keep
man?
anybody on this screen. Pretty good. Staying out of jail and off the hard drugs. How about you?
Just out of jail and hard drugs too, I guess.
Oh. Fair enough. Yeah, I got some news I thought you guys might be interested in.
Yeah.
Share, man, please.
It's
Go
broken
on.
ground.
I'm curious.
Broken ground on a stable coin that uses pDAI as collateral.
My God, that's amazing.
What?
Nice. That's very
So
cool. Very
it'll
cool.
probably about 3 weeks out. Yep. So it will make a pDAI dollar. It won't make pDAI a dollar, but it will make a dollar out of pDAI. So, and it is
Interesting.
pegged at a dollar.
That's
It will
good.
always be a dollar. So, yeah. So I think I think it will get support from the community. I think it will help pDAI to maintain levels, right? So it'll give you a place to put it, which is one of the big things that's missing right now. pDAI is have it in your wallet, but now you could have it collateralize something, which would help it maintain different levels, right? Like, okay, it's 5 cents, it's 10 cents, it's 20 cents, and every time it doubles in price, you could take out half your collateral, right? And you could use that for whatever you wanted. A good choice could be to use it to buy more pDAI if you were a big believer in that. So you definitely, with such a technique, end up with twice as much total token count of pDAI than you started with. There's going to be a learning curve for some people, but it's relatively simple tech compared to the stuff that I deal with on a day-to-day. So it'll be a liquidity fork, just like liquid loans, right? Like liquidity on Ethereum. Very, very tested, very audited protocol that's 100% immutable, no admin keys, no interest. So just straight loans in a stablecoin against your pDAI that is collateralized by pDAI. Else. So it's a very simple fork. I know how to do more complicated ones that have multi-collateral, but this one is best to keep it simple, no admin keys, very easy to understand. And if the community embraces it, it could be freaking huge.
I like that, man.
Not financial
Congrats. I hope it goes well, bro.
Wow.
I will definitely try it, man.
Me too.
We're gonna be this chain of like
Exactly.
epic stable coins. We got Pedro's got one on Hex. You got one coming on pDAI. Wait, so we're gonna have a stable coin pegged to another stable coin?
Yeah. No, pegged to a coin that's not a stable coin. Yeah.
It's not a stable
meme
coin.
coin.
Right.
Yeah. Let's
It's
call
a
it
meme coin. It's a meme coin. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
It becomes a
know-
stable coin, and it was pegged to that, and that would work out fine too, right? Like
Exactly.
There's no real
Let me ask you a
downside.
question. What are you thinking about in terms of utilization ratio, LTV? What are you thinking about? Because it's going to have like so much volatility. It's going to be fun, to play the liquidation game, I guess.
Totally. So, like when we talk about like liquidity forks, the concept of, generally speaking, it's better to have something that's fairly liquid, right? Like there's a lot of value locked on chain and that sort of thing. Which originally, like in the early days of pDAI, it would have been an extremely poor choice. Now it's a little bit different because there is a ton of liquidity and it's starting to build, meaningful stability in terms of the price doesn't move as much in, a 5-minute period of time. So it's a much better collateral for a liquidity fork now than it would have been even 3 months ago. So that was obviously part of the consideration. I've been playing with this idea for about 6 months, and and now there's some momentum and there seems to be a strong community. So I was like, okay, this is the time. So I pulled the trigger, set up the devs. We're about 3 weeks out. We will see probably more volatility with this than we would see with the other liquidity forks on Pulse Chain. So there's 3 that I know of. So there's Liquid Loans, Flex, and Earn that cover Pulse, PulseX, and Hex, which are probably in the order of what's best to use. That's probably the reverse order of what makes the best liquidity fork. This will sit somewhere in the middle. Maybe could be a better fork, better than Hex potentially. It will almost certainly generate much more fees per user or per volume than other ones. So for people participating with the protocol on the staking side, I think it's going to be like freaking awesome because you could be huge payouts. And if the minting volume is very high and there ends up being millions of dollars of the stable coin, well, I can't see the real downside for the pDAI community. I just think this provides a level of legitimacy that they're kind of looking for, but don't know how to ask for. I don't want to put words in their mouths. They can speak.
Interesting.
But this is something that's real, that's a working protocol, that's immutable, and that's supported by a well-known team on Pulse Chain. So we'll see if they want to pick that up or not.
What are you going to use as an oracle for that?
For this, we'll use an internal oracle, right? So it's not like we're not going to use Fetch or Signum, or which are the two that are being developed on Pulse Chain. It's going to be like a rapid fire oracle, so it's going to be able to check the price very quickly and very often, and there'll be a backup for that. It's important with something with more instability to have an oracle that fires more often, right? That like gets the price very quickly. The reason being that it prevents people from trying to game the system and makes it more fair. So with pDAI being something that potentially has more,
I agree. I agree. No, sure. I agree that for pDAI specifically, it's like, I mean, I'm not like, I would have to think about it honestly, because it's like pDAI does have shitloads of liquidity, right? So why not an on-chain oracle? I don't know,
exactly.
But I would have to think about it a little bit, because pDAI does have loads of liquidity. It's not about the problem of liquidity. So, like for example, Hex One, we use an on-chain oracle, right? So I mean, it's not that it's not doable, right? It's immutable, etc. But it's on-chain, right? So it doesn't really need to be centralized. But I would need to think about it. But I guess, not sure. But it's like overall, I think it's a very good idea to have a stablecoin for pDAI. It's a very good idea, man.
Yep, that's definitely the general response, though. Which I was kind of surprised at. I thought there'd be more resistance from core community members, but so far everybody's like, "Oh, great, that's a good idea."
Everyone's tired of fighting. You got lucky.
So far,
Yep.
Man.
It's like I think it's like the more the merrier. It's like I will never see these like stablecoins as competing. Yeah, they're competing for liquidity. Absolutely, I understand that. Like limited dollars, yeah, sure. But I think they can build on each other, right? Because it's for different tastes, for different consumers.
Like when these stablecoins all use different things for collateral, very much. They're very much supporting each other when they're paired together, and that's sort of the end goal for something like this. Is you want it paired with other stable coins because it helps maintain the peg and makes it more liquid so people can actually use it, right? So early on, obviously it'll be more liquid than more established stable coins, but like there's potential to mint. Like, if you look at the amount of pDAI that's just sitting in wallets, and like unlike Hex, there's not like a lot of good things to do with pDAI. You can stake your Hex, right? There's lots of things you can do with your Pulse, but there's not that much you can do with your pDAI. But now you can turn it into a stable coin. You can then stake that stable coin inside the protocol, and then you make all kinds of fees off that, or you can use it to buy real world goods potentially, right? So it gives a lot of extra game theory to the whole pDAI ecosystem. And depending on a user's needs, it could be a way to take profit, or it could be a way to double down and increase your bag size. Like there's a lot of things you can do with something like this. So I'm excited about it. I'm hoping the community gets excited about it. There'll be a lot of education going on. That'll be my main job, of course.
Man, I like that. I hope it goes well.
Thank you.
I like that you're thinking of solutions.
And look, and I think it's going to be like, I think a lot of
practical
other protocols will use pDAI, like, as they will use other tokens, right? Because, as they get like, further adopted, it makes sense, like, to adopt different collaterals, right? So, like,
wall to wall.
The more man, the merrier.
It's not a House of Cards coin. It's a stable coin.
Yeah, it's a stable coin, yeah.
Why is he calling it a House of Cards? You got some pushback here.
I mean, I think it's like because people consider it a bit of like leverage, I guess, but it's not. It's really not, in my opinion, I guess.
Docile says, "Oh, how much dong can it? What? How much dong? No, how many dong can I get for one pDAI? Don't worry, Pedro's.
The dong pDAI rate. I can find that out. Dong is the currency of Vietnam.
Vietnam.
There will be a ratio.
There will be a ratio.
For sure.
Docile says, "Don't worry, Pedro. Super stake will peg Hex One."
Exactly.
What's a super stake? What's a super stake?
It's PSSH, I think.
Right.
Super stake. It's that recurring stake, I think, on Hex, right? Every 60 days, I think they do an auto stake. So it's something like that. But I think it's auto stake 60 days. Yeah, and they compound basically the stakes. It keeps on growing.
Yeah, those guys got a cool little system. They've been around for a while too. They're not new.
Yeah, I really like their system. I think it's really cool. But like, imagine Maximus is kind of like set on stone the dates, right? Like PSSH is different because it's like kind of recurring, right? I think Maximus DAO now, like they have the pool party too now, where you can set up your own pools. But PSSH, I think it came like earlier than that. So, and it's a good idea, right? It's immutable, no admin keys. So I mean, I like the protocol.
So in answer to the question, one pDAI is worth 662 dong. So you need 662 dong to buy one pDAI. Subject to conversion ratios and fees, but still, like it's pDAI will get you a lot of dong. The pDAI peg, the pDAI price is currently above the price of Vietnamese dong. So that's impressive.
Dong? Did you say dong?
That's what it's called. Yeah, it's Vietnamese dong.
Chad has very low
It's
standards.
not very big. It's only,
This is the problem with the after hour
it's
show.
very, very low.
pDONG.
The after hour show is a problem. The standards just drop very
Why
fast.
would redemptions wreck people's bag? I don't get it. Like if you redeem, like if you're just burning the stablecoin and getting the collateral line.
When pDONG.
pDONG.
It could be done. That could be the next
Dude,
project.
Fast Abdoul is
So,
on it. We don't call him Fast Abdoul for nothing,
He's
man.
on it.
He is on it.
One hand stablecoin, the other hand pDONG. Boom.
He's gonna
Done.
log off, come back in 15 minutes, done.
The fellow brought up a valid point potentially about redemptions, though, right? And that's part of how the Liquidity protocol works. Is that there ends up being redemption options where, like you'll like with this fork, it's called pSTABILITY. It's pSTABILITY.com, by the way. With this one, you'll be able to always redeem one P stablecoin for $1 in pDAI,
Whoa,
right? So
Dude,
that's
you're
what
fast.
they call a redemption.
good lord.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
What?
That flow chart illustrates like the path of the token in and out of the protocol.
Okay.
So people put pDAI in, they take out the P stable coin. Some of these names might be subject to change because we haven't we're not finished yet. We could still change some of the token names, but I like these ones fine for now. So you put pDAI in, you're taking out the P stable coin, right? And then with that P stable coin, you can use it inside the protocol. You can stake it, which gives you a portion of the money from liquidations, if there are any, which is cool. And it also gives you get some other tokens too, just for staking it, for participating in the stability pool. And then the other, like the core token, which I'm calling print right now, as in pDAI printer, you stake that and you get a portion of the fee when people mint the P stablecoin. So it goes to the print stakers, and that's paid in pDAI itself, which is cool. So, and then you also end up getting a portion of the P stable token from the fees when people redeem it, right? So it's literally a coin that pays you in pDAI. And I know there's tax tokens and stuff that do things like that. This is different. This is bigger. So, but the redemption thing happens when the price of the stable goes below $1, then a person could buy it off the market, and then they could take that and redeem it inside the protocol for $1 worth of pDAI, right? Thus maintaining the peg. They push the price back up by buying it off the market, and they're motivated to do so because they can redeem it for $1 worth of pDAI. So if the price went down to, let's say, 97 cents, you could buy it up until you hit that $1 mark, and then basically collect that 3% difference by turning it into the protocol and taking the pDAI out. Now, the downside is the place it takes the pDAI out of is the lowest collateralized vault on the list, right? So if people put in their pDAI, they take out the stablecoin, and they take out too much of the stablecoin, they end up being the lowest vault on the list. And ideally, there would be like hundreds, possibly thousands of vaults. Then that person gets redeemed against, which means that they lose some of their pDAI that they had in the vault. But there's two sides to it. So that's the negative side. But the positive side is that If they get fully redeemed against, that means their loan just got paid off. So they took out, like let's say you put in $2,000 worth of pDAI and you took out 1,000 in the stablecoin, and you were the lowest collateralized vault and you got fully redeemed against. Well, you have $1,000 worth of that stablecoin, and whatever was left from the pDAI minus a fee. Basically, there's like a $50 withholding by the protocol. So you get probably some pDAI get back, and the $1,000 you already took out, like nobody's taking that from you. That's already in your wallet. So it can even be used as a stop loss in that way. Like you take out $1,000, pDAI goes down by 75%. Well, you'll get liquidated, which is different from getting redeemed against. But there's many scenarios where you could actually have won because you have $1,000 for something that could now be worth less than $1,000 that you put in the first place. So there's lots of tools. There's tools for people who want to play it safe, and the easy way to do that is just don't take out huge leverage. Like keep it at a lower ratio. And for people who want to play it on the edge or even use it to cash out, people will probably get liquidated on purpose or redeemed against on purpose. Getting redeemed against isn't that bad. You basically just get your loan paid off and get the difference back. Getting liquidated is necessary. And people will build bots and stuff to optimize this. Like there's ways that you could run it right on the edge, and if you get redeemed against, you reinvest the tokens immediately, so it's almost like it didn't happen. Like there's for more active users, they can use many strategies, but for more simple users, just keep your collateralization ratio 200% or up, and there's a good chance you will not get redeemed against. And make sure you're not the lowest vault on the list, and there's a list. What are the riskiest vaults? Close to the bottom. That's it.
I mean, probably 200%. I mean, there's some risk, but but it's up to the people, right? Like they can choose, right? If they want more risk, it's up to them, right? Worst case scenario, as you said, you get liquidated, which is not that bad. You still got the stable, so you can just buy more of the collateral if you want.
Oh, totally.
How are people?
Yeah, and just because you get liquidated doesn't mean you lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, yeah. Okay. you get one side, so it's fine.
How are people taking this, Fast Abdoul? What kind of?
Well, so far, I mostly reached out to the upper end of the pDAI community, and I'm consulting with those guys on some of the details to get their thoughts on the names of the tokens and things like that, and they've been very receptive.
That's cool.
I'm talking to some people in the pDAI community whose names you'd recognize, who are interested and consulting on what they think would work best.
Yeah. Cool.
I think it'll be fine.
Am für Wörter wieder Beschwaffung says same as liquid loans.
Yeah, similar.
Yes, exactly.
I gave it a shot.
There'll be some minor differences. Like liquid loans requires a $2,000 minimum to participate, which really means probably more like a $3,000 minimum because $2,000 puts you right on the line. This, I think we're going to set it at $500, meaning that, if you have $1,000 for pDAI, you put that in there, take out $200, you're probably looking okay. Of course, that, there's many riders there we'll have to look at, but it's the smaller minimum amount will make it usable by many more people. There'll be more vaults. But it works just like that.
My German's amazing.
That sucks. Oh dear. Probably better than my German.
I slay the German ladies.
My French is okay.
They love it. This is awesome, man. That's work. Huh? Were you here when we got hit? Wait, what? What did I miss? Hey, I like your haircut, by the way. You that's a big change, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You look like a completely different person.
Thanks for
that. You. Yeah, you look like you're ready for like one of those like Mission Impossible movies, like with a crew with Tom Cruise. You're like one of the guys, but you get killed like halfway through, unfortunately. But you're like, you get brought on the team, and you're like one of those skilled guys, but then they lose you halfway through the mission. Yeah. But yeah, you look sharp, man. Look good.
I'll take it. Thank you. Yeah, no, this is my go time haircut because it is go time, and
Yeah.
and my job is building stuff. We're gonna go.
Yeah, well, you're doing it, man. Talk about building on the go. Right at the time when we were talking earlier in the stream, there's just so much intense, you know, the pDAI thing. It's been super intense since when we did the interview came out. Yeah, it's been really heated, really heated. It's not cooling off.
Yep.
More
I don't
opinion
want to get
videos
into any of the controversy. I just want to be here for the tech, like that.
Yeah,
that's going to be my role in this game. I'm not going to promise anybody anything in regards to pDAI. Everything's just going to be about what I can build on top of it. And if it's a tool you want to use, you can use
Makes
it.
sense.
You got to work. Amtfer says, complicated, call him Rob, or Office Action and Recoupment. Even your nickname is hard, man. Call me Rob or Office for Action and Recoupment. I'll call you Rob.
That is hard.
Let's see. Oh, how did you feel? How did you feel about this move on Ethereum, Fast Abdoul? Where are we at?
Honestly, I don't know about this move on Ethereum because I've been net deep in dev meetings all day. Yeah. What did it do? Number go up or number go down?
Well, it broke a trend line it's been in since November. We were in this inverse head and shoulder, making our way up. It was very beautiful. Number went down, but it hit support dead on the nose. That's okay. But we did break this this kind of trend we've been in for a while. But it happens. But what worries me...
Bitcoin's down as well, right?
Yeah,
so it's probably... It looks like Ethereum's down double what Bitcoin was down, which is usually about what it follows. Do you know the ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin? If that's changed?
We can go look to see if with this break... yeah, let's go look at that. Look, this is what concerns me. I don't want to see this happen. Yeah? You guys catch that, right? So we got this beautiful bounce right up to here, and last thing I want to see is that. And then we got other problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and chart that really quick just to see if we get some mad fuckery where that's gonna take us to. Right to the old, what was that, the golden pocket? Oh, the 50% retrace. Right back to it. Oh, we would have a lot of work to do, man. We would have a lot of work to do if that played out. So let's not draw that in. Let's see what it does. Maybe this is just a big shakeout. But yeah, we don't want to see that happen. Let's go to and MicroStrategy has broken the 21, which, you know, it does do that, but not on a big move. Like, it's been really bullish for a while and hasn't. It's just been nipping at it, and it just broke it, which spells this usually front runs BTC by a week. Okay, the move. It's like a week, maybe 2 weeks ahead. And
give me a second. I'll come back.
Yeah. So does this mean this is about to take a dip route too? But maybe it's perfect timing. Maybe it needs a little bit before we. I feel like we're going to run pretty bullish into the new year. So maybe we need like this week to shake out the leverage. I think everybody was long. We can go look at that too, but we can just look at this.
I'm not even worried about the Ethereum price so much as the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio, which looks to be not a huge difference. Like, went from about 0.04 to 0.038 and change. So it's like there is a dip, like
we're fine.
Like the Ethereum to Bitcoin dominance, but it's not
perfect.
that much of a dip.
No, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful retest. We broke out right here. We've come around. We bounced really nicely, and maybe this is perfect. And it looks to me like this could make like a nice, like, you know, like a juicy inverse head and shoulders, and then you got one of these guys, and you know, we're off to the races. You know, so yeah.
I just feel as bullish as ever. I think this is one day, one dip. It could have been on Ethereum. It could be any number of whales could make that dent, right?
Yeah. I think this is a shakeout because obviously everyone saw the BlackRock news that they were moving into the ETF for Ethereum, and they probably needed to, knock that leverage down before they move up. So this is good because this is holding up, and maybe this is the most important one we need to see. So this looks good. This is a retest. And beautiful bounce.
Yep.
Looking really good. Yeah, we're all good. Maybe this is just a nice shakeout we need. What we were showing earlier is that guess what didn't get shooken? This. pDAI. Didn't even blink. As a matter of fact, it went up.
Go.
It went up. Pulse Wrap Bitcoin, it went up.
Maybe that's where that Ethereum went. Maybe it got sold off to buy a pDAI.
They're selling Ethereum to buy pDAI. That'd be great. And ATROPA as well didn't even blink. Yeah. Even though everything else, obviously, core coins with Ethereum, they've taken a little bit of a hit, but they've come to support. We're watching them closely. Everything's right on the edge. But yeah, your pDAI, Pulse Wrap Bitcoin, and ATROPA are holding up really strong. Really strong. It's like they don't even know Ethereum exists.
I wish people would have get those. Like,
Say
sell your
again?
Ethereum and buy pDAI. Don't sell your Hex and buy pDAI, in my opinion.
Yeah, you saw that tweet. Somebody sold a lot of Hex to buy the pDAI, right? Yeah.
I didn't, but I believe it.
Oh, yeah, somebody sold over $1 million of Hex.
On Thursdays, you win that.
Where's it at? We had it up earlier. Yeah, it was a huge trade from Hex to pDAI. Yeah, it was pretty huge.
Just in case you're wrong, and Richard doesn't pump pDAI to $1 next week, maybe hold on to your Hex. Concept.
Haters getting
Obviously,
smoked.
like I'm building on pDAI, so like I have some belief that there's room for improvement, and that that there's going to be momentum that is worth capitalizing on, and that support will help it. But there's other good things on the Pulse chain, right? And like when you have some of the best things and you sell them for another, like it's the trading hands back and forth where the plebs end up losing in the end, right? Because you fondled your bag too much. Stop fondling your bag.
Yeah,
Bring in new money.
new people don't know how to have that discrepancy. Yet, and knowing what is alpha and what is just noise. That's the toughest thing, right? We all are inundated with mountains of data. It's really noise. You got to know what is important and what to act on, and that's the hardest thing when you're new here. That's the best Gary Woods post I've ever seen.
And like for new people, hold is often the safer choice. So, that's but I don't know. A guy who had $1 million worth of Hex probably isn't a new guy either. So
no, if you have over $1
$1
million, he probably knows what he's doing. I don't know if I ever asked you, what are your thoughts on ATROPA? Because ATROPA Dev also put up this juicy tweet earlier.
Let's see.
But what's your thing? I mean, do you hold ATROPA? Have you been kind of a fan of what's being constructed over there with the ex-NASA developer?
Yeah, I'm not sure about his astronaut credentials, but I find the liquidity webs and stuff like that interesting with ATROPA. I don't subscribe to magic bots, generally speaking, as something that makes the world go round. Certainly, the momentum they've pushed towards pDAI has been fantastic. Though I see pDAI as the crown jewel, and the other ones are more decorative in nature. But I think if pDAI does well, ATROPA will do well. There's no two ways about that.
Which ones are decorative? The other ATROPA tokens? Like with the funny names and stuff?
Hard to say. Honestly, I'm not. I have not done a deep dive on it recently, and I don't want to comment on what's better than what.
Okay.
I just see like the momentum is all about pDAI, right? Yeah. And like when they talk about the ATROPA and the other tokens, they're on. It's to do with what it's doing for pDAI. Like that's the focus. So I see pDAI as the safer one in that ecosystem, and I see pDAI as part of the ATROPA ecosystem. Do you think I'm right?
I think there's definitely truth in what you're saying, and especially if you're coming from the outside looking at it without doing a deeper dive, then that's a very accurate depiction. Everything is heavily bonded with pDAI all across the ecosystem, especially in through ATROPA, which is why I'm also shocked people would think that the Heartman needs to say anything. Look, it's bonded all over the place, right? It is a big part of it, The other things, I'm not going to say you can't call them magic bots, but they do have a function. I'm sure if you do a deep dive, I'd love to hear your opinion if you did look, deeper into it. But yeah, from a cursory glance, I think what you said's fair. There's a lot going on down there, and you would have to really dive in and check it out, to get an understanding. And I would be curious from your point of view as a developer, what you saw as you looked into, all these tokens, how they're bonded and connected. But Teddy Bear, pDAI, they're enormously connected in very heavy ways all across the ecosystem. So for anyone to think they're not going places is absurd. So, whether you believe in the peg or not, pDAI is going places, and so is Teddy Bear. BFF's bonded all around there too as well, actually.
Yeah, I don't find magic in the bonded liquidity concept. It's not new technology. It's not a new idea. Some people on the Pulse in particular have done a really good job creating really deep webs of bonded liquidity. But everything comes down to there has to be a buyer, right?
Supply and demand.
The concept that the buyer is a bot will only work for a little while. That's not a long-term solution. So kudos on the bonded liquidity. We need things that do stuff for things to maintain it. And the thing could just be it entices more people to come and buy it, and that's fine as long as we have buyers. Lots of things are going to go up. If buyers slow down, there better be some utility.
Not supply and demand, man. It really does come down to that at the end of the day. Yeah, it
does. Yeah, and that's where meme coins fly, right? It's because it's so easy to shill something that doesn't do anything. It just goes up and be like, the number's going up. It's a picture of a frog. You should buy it. It's awesome. You'll be rich because the number's going up. Not financial advice, but that is a compelling argument for someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, right? But if you're thinking of multiple cycles, right? You're thinking of okay, I'm getting involved with this community. I'm probably going to miss the top because everybody's whole plan of I'm going to sell at the top. No, dude, you're going to miss the top. You're going to sell too soon or you're going to sell too late. It's going to be one of those two things for almost everybody. So you add an element of utility to it, and you change the equation quite a bit.
Hey, we lose the music over.
We shall see. Sorry?
Trying to see if I can find that. I mean, the community is definitely growing. There's a lot of people coming over from the general crypto market that are talking about pDAI and buying pDAI. And I don't know why it's capturing so much attention as a stable coin. I don't know if it's the fact that someone's trying to peg a stable coin or that Pulse Chain has something that is, you got to target 50x. I'm not sure what it is about it.
Well, I think the dream of buying $1 for a penny and then having it turn into $1, it's very easy to understand, right? You know what I mean?
It's that simple.
If you had a bank where you go get pennies and then they turn into dollars, everybody would do that. So it has that feel to it.
It's that simple. Yeah.
It's got the drama. I think there's some hot girls around. It's got all the things.
Yeah, there's some girls talking about pDAI. I think.
And there's people are fighting about it. You have, you have all sorts of people changing sides and doing this and that. It's and it hit at just the right time when, now we're getting into the bull market and a lot of things are looking good, including Hex and Pulse X, relatively speaking. But pDAI hit at a time when those things weren't looking as good, right? And so they maybe fulfilled a role that people felt was missing from the ecosystem. And it's even though it's not a stable coin yet, I think the people who are used to utility items or even things like Hex could kind of see pDAI as being utility adjacent, right? Kind of like how it's stablecoin adjacent. And I think that, so you probably got more boomers into pDAI than you would have got into a meme coin with a picture of a frog, right?
Yeah. Well, Sam Horowitz is saying, now we don't have proof. Sam, you want to give us a link? That would be great. He says CZ just followed Somi. And that's pretty cool.
That's impressive.
Nice.
That's pretty cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Send us a link. Somebody find us a link. SW, can you
Yeah.
I guess that's me. Can you do some tech analysis on scopola? Like scopolamine? Like if you go to Argentina? No, where is that? In Colombia? No, what is scopola? What is that? Is that a token?
Is that a disease?
Yeah, let's look it up. I think it's probably a meme coin or something. But it sounds like, yeah. Sounds like something you pick up in Colombia.
That fish that climbs inside you when you're peeing in the Amazon?
It does sound like something in the Amazon or Colombia or something.
Okay.
A Silk Road, baby. Bringing more money into our chains. The Silk, what? Scopola.
1.7 liquidity. Come on.
$43,000. Well, you know, some of my best buys started down here this low.
Okay.
Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? What's going on here? There's only volumes less than $600, man. And okay, let's see. Let's just put some lines on here. Okay, well, you're looking to break out of here. I mean, this is bullish. All right. I don't know what this is. You don't have much for volume or liquidity. So, you know, be careful. This is a degen play, but it's breaking out for sure. And it's bullish. Let's go look at the log chart really quick. See what we see. Yeah, I mean, you got your nice W. Let's go back here.
I like how the universe plays out. Even like Beirut releases a video saying like, you know, just mute Somi and boom, CZ follows Somi. That would be funny.
Wait, did he really follow? Did CZ? Come on,
I don't
chat.
know. I did not check, man. I don't give a shit. But I hope so, man. I really hope so.
Chat, wake up. It was like 40 on a bunch of pairs. Somi is a G. Yeah, did that happen? Did he get followed? Well, look, he's very loud and he's breaking through, right? I doubt, you know, as solid the alpha is on B-Roots, like he's probably not breaking through into the greater cryptosphere. Somi's really breaking out into the greater cryptosphere. He has that appeal, that broad appeal, you know what I mean? And yeah, so he's breaking through, and CZ, you know, somebody's probably sent it to him, like, you know, look at this guy. And I have a feeling that heartbeat, remember the Binance, they put up that heartbeat, that they are connected to, they know what's going on. I don't think it was an accident, right? Remember that? The heartbeat, the Binance put out that, the pulse of, yeah. Mm-hmm. So they've probably been paying attention, and then they noticed this guy, because Somi's channel's pretty much become a pDAI channel. He's pretty much switched from Pulse Chain to pDAI channel. It's just been like 3 videos, like nonstop of 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
pDAI. So he's breaking through.
He's a superhero. He goes where he's needed.
Yeah. Because he knows that's the narrative that's going to get attention. And he's 100% right that he focused on that over whatever incentive or whatever the fuck was going on. That is a narrative that's going to raise eyebrows. Okay. And he knew that. So he's just been cranking on it. So he's cut through. He's broken through. And that's great. If you have a pDAI bag, it's great. Or if you hold anything on Pulse Chain, it's great. It's great.
pDAI goes to $1, we're all rich boys. You know, like I think it doesn't matter whether you're in it or not. If you're heavily invested in Pulse Chain and pDAI is $1, then yeah, the math is pretty good. I'm gonna make $1 out of it just in case, but you know, still, it would be good.
That's not how we want it, bro.
Just,
So
in the meantime, just until RH takes over, I'm gonna handle it. But when RH comes in, I'll just hand it off to him. It'll be fine.
All right, fair enough. All right, look,
I'm sure he'll build his own like a competitor, and which is good, you know, which is fine. So I mean, the more the merrier.
Yeah, that'd be fine too.
Okay, we got Fast Abdoul here and Pedro. You guys are seeing this. We're gonna have to beat. Brenton has a phenomenal idea, but we're gonna have to move on this one. Some pDONG meme. We got to do it fast. It's gonna fly. It's going to $1 billion. I swear to God. You know it.
I often bribe YouTubers in Dong, for super chats. If you enable super chats, I'll send you some Dong too. You don't seem like you need Dong, but I will send you some. It's been very popular, and so the pDONG meme has been it's been ongoing actually. It's because of me. Sorry about that.
I'm going to steal that idea. That's a
a lot
good
of Dong
one,
talk when I'm here.
to donate in dongs. I like that. That's a funny idea.
There's so much dong in this stream tonight. Good God. Guys, Somi has been funding Coinable, who released a statement last night. What does that mean? That means he paid for a press release? Is that what that means? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me neither.
Funding Coinable?
I don't even know what Coinable is.
Yeah, what's Coinable?
What's Coinable? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys make me work tonight. All right.
Indeed. Coinable.
pDONG is trademarked, sir. Chat is out of control. They always get like this. The later we go, the more out of control chat gets. Okay, let's see. Blog. I don't know.
It's like
I can't
it's
believe I don't.
blogs.
Oh, that's bright. Good God. Why would anyone interact with a website that's in white? All right. Is this it? Coinable?
Psychopaths.
These crazy nutbags. And I just relaxed. I just took my glasses off. I was like, I can trust the internet right now. Nope. Maybe it's this one. Buy and sell anything with crypto.
An exchange?
Someone's been funding
it looks like,
Coinable. I'm assuming probably this one, but I don't know what it is.
I think they meant Coinbase.
They what?
Somebody saying Coinbase.
I think it could be the app thing, the blogger thing we're just looking at. Like maybe Sony's paying people to blog. I can see that being a thing.
Great.
Because that other thing looked like a centralized doohickey, which is not really useful.
Yeah.
Oh, the word doohickey is actually on the page that I'm looking at. Look at that.
Saying, oh no. Oh, wait. Say that again. What? Do you want me to? You guys can share screen too, by the way.
If you press, I just found the word. The word doohickey is on the sample page, and I just used the word doohickey before I read the word doohickey, so I just thought that was that probably means something. It's important.
The XYZ doohickey company was founded. Oh, this is a this is fake blog. Sure, Sam. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a sample of. I don't know. Doesn't seem. None of this seems right. There's another coinable.net.
Can I ask you? Oh, okay, you found another one, and you can share screen if you want. Just let me know. I do have a question for you fast while we got you here. Do you think the peg is going to happen quickly? Okay, as in by the new year, let's say in a month, or do you think it's something that's going to stair step its way and let out sellers over time? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think?
Definitely. I think the second option.
Yeah, I'm feel very strongly about the second option. I think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in stages, and it's going to need support. That's partly where my protocol, like to create a stablecoin that uses pDAI for collateral, steps in. Right, it'll help give it layers of support. You mint a stablecoin, you can pair that stablecoin with pDAI. You can reduce the sell pressure. You give people something to do with their tokens rather than selling them. Because right now, with the way it is, like it's not collateralized enough to be $1, and until it is, it can only get there by market momentum. So you have to have some other reason not to sell it. So I think it'll have a profound effect, but it's going to be in stages. It'll help it sit at 5 cents, and then it will help it sit at 10 cents, and then at 20, then at 40, then at 80. And if it makes it to $1, great, then everybody cashes out. But like you need to have that strong support, and ideally you need to have something that happens when it's $1 where everybody doesn't cash out, because you have to have a reason. Because if everybody suddenly tried to cash out of USDC on Ethereum, that would be a problem too, right? Like none of these stablecoins would actually hold a 80% cash out. Even like the very biggest ones like DAI and stuff like that, they would lose their peg temporarily, but it would look bad, right? So you need to have other options for that day. I haven't figured that out yet, but there'll be something.
Okay. And I know we've already talked about the math and the collateralization. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I feel the same. I think it makes sense with the stair step. I mean, you know, you want to let out sellers.
Yep.
It needs to move like that. But you know, ATROPA Dev and obviously Decentralize Me, and I believe is it Konenstein? I don't want to mix up people, but there's some people that do feel that PEG could happen very quickly, and we're just going to wake up in a week from now, and it's bam, it's going to be at $1. It's interesting.
It's like you've got too many people, still too many people with a lot of pDAI, right? Like a lot of them will sell pDAI. That's my point, right? You need to absorb that, and unless there's like I don't know, a certain ability to absorb it, which could happen, sure.
Yeah, market dynamics need to happen, and look at all the hype building and CZ obviously is now. This is going to have a reflection through more ecosystem. You're going to see more people now come into the pDAI. So I think it moving like a normal meme for now makes the most sense.
Yep.
There's no.
And if we can provide support for that, buying drives it up, and then it can sit on a shelf for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we need a way for it to stay at 5 cents. A reason, and that reason has to be people don't want to sell it because they have another option.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the reason why people won't sell, I think it's more.
Farms can be good too.
Gotcha. All right.
But I agree with you. Like, I think it's like it's a small, you know, it makes a small impact, but it's like the more the merrier in the sense, like, you know, small impact here, small impact there, you know, like if you sum all of the protocols using pDAI, right, at some point it's going to make a significant impact. I think like now it's more or less, it's more related to the price, right? Like I want to hold it because I'm expecting it to go to 1, right? But at some point I think it's like it's going to shift, right? So yeah, I agree in that sense.
Part of our protocol will be paying people to provide liquidity for the stable coin, for the pSTABLE that's created, right? So it'd be like pSTABLE paired against DAI from Ethereum, and they'd be incentivized to provide liquidity for that. And so the end result could be that people, instead of selling pDAI, they end up selling their pSTABLE, right? Which will still, like, there's an effect, but it would be a muted effect in comparison to them dumping $1 million bag of pDAI on the market. So if we can provide a strong enough structure, that could be the line where pDAI starts to form strong supports that will lead it to a higher price. Then hopefully in that timeline, however long it takes, they can actually get the collateral together to have it happen. Whether that's the OA account or it's Richard Hart moving all his ETH in, like, I can't say. But given enough time, the community could probably do it too, which I think is
exactly
thought.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I think it's up to the community, I guess. Yeah, I agree.
They should assume it is, and if Richard Hart steps in, fantastic, right? But like I've yet to have him step in and save me, you know. So I'm not gonna wait for him to save me. I'm gonna try to save myself if I can.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the guy preaches about no expectations, right? So do not expect stuff from him. Like, it's simple, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So somebody said look up their birthdays. So Richard Hart was born October 9th, 1979. Peggy Kuo was born October 9th. I mean, she was appointed as judge October 9th, 2015. So that's interesting. That means we're pegging. That means we're getting pegged. That's it. It's in the math. It's in the math. It's in the math.
Yeah. The new definition of facts includes this.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going on almost 3 hours. There's something important, Pedro and we talked earlier we wanted to cover, but we may have to stream again, I think maybe tomorrow. We're going to talk about Richard Hart possibly pulling a Satoshi. And I feel like Fast Abdoul might have a really strong opinion about this one too. But I don't know if we can get into this one now. We're going on 3 hours. I mean, maybe
it's pretty heavy. That's
it's a heavy one. We might have to just make a dedicated stream for this one, because there's going to be a lot of opinion. I know chat's going to have a lot of opinions too.
For sure.
Yeah. So maybe we can pick up again tomorrow, and we can start with Richard Hart pulling a Satoshi. I'm not going to say how I feel about it yet. We'll wait for the stream, but we've talked a little bit about it before. But I think we've got some new alpha, possibly. Hey, what's up, Fortina? How are you? So yeah, you guys have anything you want to wrap up with?
Yeah, not much, man. Just buy while it's down and sell while it's up. Simple stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think pDAI and Pulse Wrap Bitcoin are looking like good buys right now, and they're not weakening at all. So I'd get in. And fast Abdoul, congrats on the app. Nice work getting to work fast and just putting your,
It's in the
head
name,
down
I
and-
guess.
Yeah, I just got to work. That's great. That's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
We'll have a live protocol before Christmas is what I hope. So like I have devs already hammering away on this, and it's it's guys who have done these have done stability forks, liquidity forks before.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty smooth. And guys who understand the pulse chain, I think we'll be able to get something to market very quickly here. Of course, we're going to do our due diligence, test it appropriately, audit it appropriately. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a long wait on this one. No 2 weeks forever concept. So check it out at pSTABILITY.com, as seen on the screen. And
That's right,
yeah,
man.
take a look. We got links to the Telegram room there. It's very fresh, so I don't have a lot of social media presence for this. You are early.
We're early.
Thank you.
We're still early. And guys, we're going to continue tomorrow. We're going to have to pick up. Otherwise, we're going to end up another. We did a 4-hour stream the other night. We can't make a habit of that, get people used to that. So we're going to talk about Richard Hart doing a Satoshi, and Fast Abdoul. It'd be great to have you back tomorrow, probably around the same time, and love to hear your opinion on it. We both have, Pedro has very strong opinions about this. You're going to want to hear what he has to say. And chat, you don't want to miss this.
Okay.
So
I'll take the other side of whatever Pedro says. I disagree with him completely, and I'm willing to fight about it.
fair enough.
Good. I like to start there. Perfect.
We can't
Perfect
wait.
starting
Can't
point,
wait.
I guess.
All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out. We had a great time with you. Gentlemen,
Right, man.
hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Yep.
Good night.
Take care.